Alright, hello and welcome to Arknights. Been a while since I streamed this game, in fact, a few years. I've been in and out on it like I honestly have with most mobile games, and a decent amount has changed since then. In the general sense, I've gotten a number of 6 stars going here. I mean, last time I had Suzerain, Neon, Ak, but since then I've also gotten a handful. Siege was from the general recruitment. Thorns and Silver Ash I actually only got because they were in the shop. Haze is still one I like to use wherever possible, even though she's a low star. Ash was also one I was able to get from the gacha proper, but yeah. Not the outfits. Yeah, I got Ash, Silver Ash, and Asia from that, Asia 5. As well as Thorns, all of them were from the shop here when they showed up. And so basically, they never came from the gacha. I had to drag them kicking and screaming. The current story is up to 9.1, which the game does allow you to skip to, but I'd rather continue going through here. But before I do that, let's do a quick recap. I'm gonna do a quick recap of the story since this is gonna. It's been years since I last streamed this game, and if you're a VOD watching this VOD on YouTube, it's definitely going to be your first time period. So, for anyone who's unfamiliar with this game, the story of Arknights is basically a post-apocalyptic world where some strange outbreak of an infection that causes people to have some sort of rock infection causes an enhancement of their magic powers, but also causes them to suffer, and if untreated, eventually proves fatal. The protagonist here and our operators all work for a pharmaceutical company called Rhodes Island, and yes, Infinity, with there's an animal theme to the game going on. Alright, so Chapter 1. Rhodes Island rescues the protagonist, known only as the Doctor. No, not that one. And escape villains as known as a group called Reunion, as the city falls to them, barely making it out alive. For Chapter 2, we meet another nation called Lungmen in order to try and ally with them. For Chapter 3, yeah, that's Chapter 3 here. Yeah. Alright, for Chapter 3, Rhodes Island attempts to go on a rescue mission for Lungmen to prove we would be good allies, and it turns out they had ties to the villain we ended up fighting in Chapter 2, and it ends with a very sad story of her deciding to join up with the villains and fight us to the death. It does not end well. Well, Chapter 4... For Chapter 4, we head back to the city that fell the start, the city of Chernobog, in order to recover everyone who was lost in there, anyone who was MIA. In the process, we run into the ice-themed villains there, and they get introduced to the story. For Chapter 5, there's an attack on the city of Lungmen, including one villain who's able to turn the fallen enemies we've killed into zombies, and of course, Rhodes Island arrives just in time to help out. In Chapter 6, we are successfully able to stop them. The zombies, the one who caused them, the enemies are routed successfully. Yeah. However, it turns out that the Lungmen army was basically doing a scorched earth, including on their own people along the way. So, the main character's partner, Amiya, as acting leader, decides that we should not ally with Lungmen because they're too shady. Yeah. He doesn't mind the fact that they found Rhodes Island debatable, questionable, because hey, it's good to exercise some caution with those you ally with, but the fact they were so easily willing to resort to that scorched earth policy, she decided, nah fam, we're not going to do that. So now we're going to go with Birth of Tragedy. A person walks in the sunset alone. So what's going to happen in Chapter 7? Even I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I only So, yeah, as you can kind of tell from that recap, it's kind of a sad story. Not to say it doesn't have some lighter moments, but it's definitely some heavy stuff here and there. The gameplay. Sure, but we're starting the story here. Alright, an old monster once told me, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. I always thought that was dumb, but the guy's a monster, so maybe I give some thought. Does a bug jump into a flame get stronger? That's dumb. No, let's talk about how dumb the weak a bug is. You know, no matter how strong a bug gets, in the end it's only a bug. I have the feeling this person's being very philosophical. If a bug jumps into a flame, all it proves the heat messed up its brain. Assuming it had one, it obviously went mad. What if I was to leap into flames? Besides proving that I'm crazy, what else would that prove? I'd come out a bit charred, but how would that make me stronger? We're talking about death here. What does an undying monster know about death? Alas, such is the nature of the bitter death that none may resist. Oh, that's W. You still talk to me? That's a surprise. I thought you were totally caught in your plan to destroy Lungman, Tallulah. Tallulah is the leader of Reunion, the main villain we've been fighting so far. W, you haven't given anyone notice of your visit. Ha, oops, my bad. I've been a mercenary for too long. Forgot all about reporting every little detail of my life to the boss thing. Sorry, leader. But you know, I can't go all the way to the top of the command tower, so I have to ask you to stoop to my level. Your sarcasm isn't doing anything good, W. Reunion needs the might of the Sarkaz. And that's the horned, devil-looking people like W here. And we should strive not to add any more personal conflicts between us. Just cause devils. Only the bleeding hearts and self-righteous cause sarcasm. As mercenaries, we know exactly what we are. Strange. Devils, the inferior race of the banished. You mercenaries can't accept this definition, nor will you take pride in it. Duh, but your people started calling us devils. Not as a hate thing or because it was catchy or whatever. Devil's a fear thing. You call us that because we scare you. So, us mercs like being called devils because we know exactly what it really means, and we always make good and sure everyone left alive takes the subtext straight to heart. Sorry, me yapping about this is trying to show off in front of an expert, isn't it? We're a no-name merc squad famous for brutality, but compared to you, why, that's a worm trying to go up against a crab. After all, leader, nobody scares people better than you. Inflict terror upon your enemies and provide warmth for your friends. Strike fear in our enemies and bring hope to our comrades. That is the way Reunion has always done things. Because of the heavy persecution of those infected by the rock disease, Reunion has taken things to an absolute extreme in fighting back against anyone who isn't, including others who are infected and not with them, really. So, does driving us core city into Lungman also line up with the comrades' ardent wish? Our warriors still bravely fighting. Yeah, the cities in this universe are actually mobile cities upon giant mobile machines. So being able to move the cities around also unfortunately means they can ram cities with one another, which of course is going to end very badly. They need assistance, we will bring them to them, and the infected inside Lungman require hope, and our warriors here have expressed their earnest desire to be the source of that hope. Everyone's wishes find harmony here, and the responsibility to see those wishes come to fruition belongs to us, Reunion. This will also bring benefits to Sarkaz, I assure you beyond doubt. What your kind seeks is not hope, so I'll provide you with profit. Sarkaz mercenaries like you, scattered between the various city-states as well as those who pull your strings, you will drink deeply the chaos between cities and countries, and it will nourish you. After Lungman, no nomadic city is safe. Your kind will find more room to expand and thrive, and your people will prosper. Ooh, sounds like a good deal. It's going off the profits, and I'm totally on board. Tell me, W, what doubts do you still have? None. You made a great case. Want a standing ovation? No need. Let's talk about my mission. Bad news is I failed. I didn't bring back my target, so she wouldn't give me the thing. That's not your fault. The kinship between Misha and Skullshatter was bound to lead to uncertainties. Why'd you send me to grab the scientist's daughter, then? It seemed like you didn't even need her or her secrets for your big plan. Between the attack in Lungman and firing up the core city, it seemed what was the point of her anyway? The authenticity of the key still needs to be verified. I can personally verify that we've reached the core city, but Reunion still needs full control over the way it stops, and that's where the key comes in. Mephisto, that was the one who attacked Lungman. He's dead now. Told me the old geezer found in the abandoned city was the real deal. No, W, Mephisto would not tell you that. It would only be you spilling secrets to Mephisto while thinking about extracting the information you want from him. So, is that bit of news true or not? You're not interested in hearing my justifications, but you also don't plan on offering yours either. I have my own channel. Well, then it might be a little more frank than I used to be. Oh, but I guess I could have mixed up my sources, something like that. W, if you want me to be more transparent, I can explain to you the details of my plan, all of them. Skull Shatter in your first operation tested the Lungmen General Defense's response speed. It allowed us to adjust our strategy and improve our plans to take down Lungmen. Without your cooperation, we could not succeed. The key truly did exist, but it was lost upon Misha's death. The key that Patriot, another enemy we've met earlier, saw was only the backup plan to deal with the situation. I won't force you to tell me where your information came from, but my explanation should convince you. Alright, but leader, I want to know how many keys there are. Won't you ask any more questions after that? Yeah? 2. Sergei, Royal Chernobog scientist. This was the one that Reunion managed to successfully take over. Held one of them and delivered it to Misha using special means. The other was held by Count Boris, former mayor of Chernobog. During our attack, he broke off a city plate to flee. However, he was unable to escape the pursuing catastrophe and died. The ruined satellite city. Our undercover agents in the city have kept everything there we need. We can lure the Lungmen General Defense to an ambush given the proper distance. We need sufficient reason to capture the abandoned city, and the best use of it is to occupy and turn it into a stronghold. You're really good at explaining things, leader. I'm all out of questions. Hey, I'm not asking too many, am I? Sorry to waste so much of your time explaining to me. W, if openness can resolve the misunderstanding between us, I won't be stingy with my time. In order to ensure a relationship of long-term mutual benefit, I will continue to draw up future plans. Hopefully this can slightly increase the trust between us. We'll need to support each other and have a chance to overcome troubles to come. Really? I'm touched. Of course. I never liked this woman. The Tallulah they talk to is so nice about him privately, is so insanely boring, and this Tallulah talking to me right now is just another lying bastard. Oh, not to say there's anything wrong with lying. I lie a lot. Nothing stronger than a well-placed lie, except maybe an explosive. The truth is like a cup of water. What good does it do when the whole house is on fire? When I lie, I know I'm lying. I chew up my thoughts and spit them into ears. This she-dragon, though, she lies so natural, it's like words that come out of someone's mouth. Doesn't matter who she's talking to. It's not just tweaking a couple points to come up with her plan. She takes on a totally different form, turning into something they trust more, telling what they want to hear. Reunion's most beloved figure is, of course, the leader, Tallulah. Standing here with me, she's a businesswoman, a trader. With Patriot, she turns right into a warrior woman. She'll show her true face one day, but not anyone... Okay, so basically even the members of Reunion, like W, don't trust Tallulah. Besides, does she even have a true face? Has she lied so often, even she has become the mask? Is she an onion? You keep peeling off layer after layer until you realize there's nothing beneath? Yeah, exactly what I just said. I mean it. Except now I can make Shrek references. She was acting honest as an Iberian nun just a minute ago. She lifts her hand slightly. Ha, I know that trick. Right now she's acting like, Savra? Those are all the different races that are... Basically, they're all just humans with some themed animal accessories. Something pulls her away from the air in front of me. In a split second, it'll melt away my whole body. Don't tell me you're ready to kill me after a little bit of teasing. Nobody's ever figured out the formless things Tallulah throws around, but I know exactly what they do. Ruins, debris, they lose even the most basic structure. It's just a fire without light. And I am her prey. I should have known. Kinda obvious, Dragon Lady. The old Tallulah wouldn't have shown her cards this early. Waiting to die or plopping down some long-winded monologue, this just isn't my style. I never thought about dying, at least not now. The small device I tossed out moments earlier while I was talking falls to the ground and blooms in a ball of flame before me. Wave of heat rushes. Luckily, the comforting warmth isn't hers. I'm no magic expert. Yeah, arts is what they call magic in this universe. In my experience, 99% of arts are no match for this pure burst of energy. Explosions, heat, shrapnel, shockwaves. It's an equalizing force that tears apart any enemy, or even me. I just need to draw out the stalemate a little longer until all the seeds I planted finish blooming. Such a hard worker, Tallulah. You even went through all the trouble to play out a sitcom with me. I knew it. You really would make a great actor. This Dragon Lady, I don't really hate her that much, do I? Those who don't know how to deceive cannot tell lies, and thus are not liars, and she is a monster soaked in lies. She doesn't need to lie. No wonder I get okay, I admit it, kinda scared when I see her. I don't hate her, but I might really be afraid, and fear breeds caution. If you got your guard up, you're prepared. Your little tricks are actually able to neutralize my Originium arts. I might have underestimated you. Hey, this little trick took me hours to put together. Show some respect, huh? But if a little bit of your fire was all it took to make me roll over and die, what kind of devil would follow me? You came prepared. You planned to attack me from the very beginning. You made the first move, Dragon Lady. Are you trying to torch me because I'm a pain, or you want to shut me up because I've seen through you? Puncture my sentence, a wave of heat surges from her fingertips and leaps towards me. Man, this dragon bitch won't let me have any fun. I bend my waist to drop into an exaggerated roll, make it look like I'm tying my shoes. Uh-oh, ain't better next time. W, your dirty tricks have been exposed. You're now an enemy of reunion. Why do you oppose me? This is certainly to no benefit to you. Why? Why do you think this was my idea? I sure as hell didn't want us clawing at each other's faces so soon. Fact of the matter is, you attacked me first. Trying for a little shock and awe, huh? I guess I have no choice. I'll just have to kill you before you kill me. Your insanity has deepened your blind confidence. Lying to me is no big deal. I don't really care who you lie to, how many people you kill, how many you lie to, but Dragon Lady, you'll regret lifting a finger against me. Am I the kind of person who says stuff like this? Maybe I really am losing it. Can't even call this insanity at this point. It seems more sentimental than anything else. Huh, guess I really messed up. I see. Pretending to be crazy and stupid had us all fooled. Turns out I misunderstood your character the whole time. So considerate of others. What a lovely little devil you are. Such a colorful character. Ha ha ha! Speh. Not as lovely as you, of course, but you'll be even cuter once I rip your tongue out. Can't have it lolling around. You think your little traps are enough to kill me? Of course not. Did I ever mention I set a trap? Better watch your feet, might be a trap. Say, how many you want? How many do you have? You pitiful thing, my flames have found you. You'll pay for your betrayal. Whoa, creepy, what's the matter with you? Who are you talking to with that tone of voice? You. I know you hate these words, W. You also hate me for pointing out your purpose. Oh, well, thanks for being so considerate of my preferences. Do you think you can rile me up with just the right phrasing? And like my purpose? How many people do you plan to kill? Has nothing to do with me, Dragon Lady. What do you know about me? You've got 80 different plots within plots going on that noggin of yours, and you're gonna guess what's in mine? W, you want to prevent me from using the core city to try to attack Lungman. Oh! If you simply wanted revenge, you would not have chosen this moment. If you wanted to kill me, W, you could have waited until both Lungman and I are incapacitated. That would have been the more wise move. Trying to talk me into giving you information was another cover. A mercenary leader cares nothing for the direction, would not ask me, the leader of Reunion, about my plans. You know, I won't kill you as long as you put aside your interest in the war. Do that and I'll spare your life. I'm fond of you, W. You're good comic relief, and I have no desire to execute a harmless harlequin. However, a mad woman who uses any methods available to kill me has no right to judge good and evil, let alone claim to understand my plans. Are you really as violent and insane as the performances you put on suggest, W? Oh, would you shut up already? You are not. You want to stop Reunion and stop the attack on Lungman. Those are your intentions. WWW. You are too easy to read. I don't even need to make any plans to investigate you. You came here wearing your heart on your sleeve. That's a load of bullshit. I'll turn you into a puddle of gore and have someone dump you down the waste chute, assuming there's even anything left. They're gonna have to glue you back together in hell. W's the master of explosives, and, well, I press the button on the device in my hand, a simple detonator switch, remotely operated, chain explosions, a blazing light of destruction, and mixed in with a deliriously pungent aroma, waves of heat. What's the Xenoblade Chronicles? That's a cutscene length. If you remember when I first went into this cutscene, Infinity, you'll notice that it had an old school film reel. That means this is a pure cutscene without gameplay. After this, when it gets to a proper number, or when it goes to chapter 7-1, that's when I get to the combat sections. Waves of heat carrying debris, overturning everything in front of me, just as I planned. Everything reduces cinders. Even the most thick-skinned sarcasm. Wait, didn't I have a detonator mechanism for the explosives? Why did she plant her sword in the ground? Was this her trap? Try me, W. Try again. Hold on, you. No fire, no burning. The hundreds of explosives I painstakingly twisted into the steel foundation of the city, they're all gone? Where are the explosions, the heat, the shrapnel? Nothing. The place where I planted is deformed, melted, warped, dips of iron. That's it. My shrapnel, blast waves, my light show. It's not gonna happen. The cataclysm I pictured in my mind a million times over is not gonna happen. She must have poured her magic into her sword and channeled it deep to the steel. The heat radiated each of my traps and melted them. Figured it out. You're so smart, W. The world-ending explosion from all directions that should have blown her into a million little pieces is nothing but a big wet fart. Alright, I've been thoroughly played. Cough, cough. Dragon Lady, you're not that bad. Was this also the result of your plans? Let me guess, your backup plan is you show me an improvised self-destruction. Is that right? Let's not waste each other's time. Don't get too cocky, girl. Say, are you even the same person? Right now, I don't even want to know. I don't need you to define me. Choose your death by flames, thrown into the city walls, run through by my sword. Can you really finish me off? Steel must endure 1,000 trials in the forge before it becomes a sword destined from birth to be a weapon, but you're just a mortal shell that's not yet died. Ah, it would be an honor to be impaled. Would I even be the first one? Unfortunately, you have to accept second. Now, for talking people, I blown up you. You wouldn't even have a number. Am I gonna die here? Guess so. What's so bad about death? There's many things worse. So when you feel like you're done for, as long as you're prepared for stuff worse than death, you manage to surprise yourself. Now that I think about it, it's time I also blow this joint. Cough. You blew yourself apart right in my hands? I thought you'd be more afraid to die, though your defection didn't surprise me. You yourself did surprise me a little. You had some potential as the opening act of a farce. I hope your death was painful enough. W. Victoria. After the battle, 36 hours until impact. Leader. Sir, your return gives me great peace of mind. Formalities unnecessary. There was a battle here just now. It was between me and W, who tried to assassinate me. Don't worry, I'm fine. From the reports I've received, she already was showing signs of rebellion when she occupied Chernobog. She must have made her own decision to let the enemy escape, investigate the Sarkaz rebellion, and murder Superior. These series of actions were likely caused by outside political forces. Where is she now? She should have stood trial. She detonated the explosives hidden around her body and fell into the core area. I'll dispatch someone to search for her body, so you need not worry about yourself. That does not concern me, and her Sarkaz, what of them? I'll deal with it. Now the core city is steadily moving. I need to stabilize the situation immediately. Leader, the core city was activated without me knowing. Why? Even the calm's been broken. We're out of options. Ursus may attack Chernobog anytime. Ursus is the bear nation, as you might guess, and slaughter our compatriots. For their sake, we must take down Lungmen. Right now, all energy must be used to support the operation of the core city, and we have no excess power. Support the incoming ongoing channels. The order was exhausted with the last backup supply. That reminds me. You can also get a, if you want, think the game is too wordy, you can also do a skip and it'll give you a, it'll give you a quick recap here. Oh dear, this is, wait. Everything's, it's done. The key, how do we use it? It can stop the city. The city can be stopped. Many things when started will not stop. So I'm entrusting this key to you. You decide when we stop. I apologize for giving you such an arbitrary command. You seem more subdued than usual today, sir. No, I will go to guard the core city. Someone will try to attack. They will try it, and I will stop them. Excuse me, sir. Crown Slayer, Frost Nova. I think you'd have liked Frost Nova in the last chapter, Infinity. A shame I didn't stream it, actually. I think you'd genuinely like her and then be massively disappointed that she didn't make it out alive. Tallulah. What's the matter, my champion? Leader. Any evil, no matter how great, will always come to an end. This I firmly believe. Yes, I share the same conviction. Goodbye. Leader. Goodbye, Goodbye, Patriot. Goodbye, Leader. Goodbye, Patriot. End of this war to regain the status of the infected. Reunion and crush all enemies along our way. What's this? A kind of Sarkaz talisman. 2 pieces. One for you, the other one I'll keep. These 4, it's a bit heavy. They can keep you safe. Still believe these weird things? What's the point of this? Let me finish. Sure. This talisman can withstand torture. Mortal wounds stored against the consumption of life it can withstand. Until it breaks. If yours breaks, mine will tremble, and I will go save you. What if both pieces break? Why aren't you saying anything? Fine, I'll undo it. Good. Sounds... Yeah, this is a reference to Patriot and Frost Nova. Patriot is basically her father figure, so he made a brief appearance in the last chapter. Unfortunately, as you can guess, help who end what war? My talisman too, it's broken. Yeah. Unfortunately, this game is one of those games where people who are actually dead cannot be summoned, so unfortunately, despite being a fan favorite, Frost Nova can't be played as. Well, W, what are you going to do now? Liberate you. You no longer need to bow before Sarkaz. All that you desire, I shall grant you. Tallulah is a member of the dragon race, which, as you can expect, is one of the rarer and more powerful ones. What exactly is that? War. No longer will you have to endure the foul taste of slaughtering the weak. No longer will you waste your efforts like a pebble hitting a rock. I'll give you a truly equal war, Sarkaz, wandering devils. Not only the fear of your victims. I'll reforge your blood, flesh, and steel. The shame of countless generations of your ancestors. I'll grant you slaughter and death. The new era has arrived, and war shall reign supreme. All Sarkaz who wish to taste all this new era, step forward. Who will you have us kill? Yes, like W mentioned, Tallulah completely changes her persona. Here we are. This operation. This is actually a fight now. Let's see here. Alright, the upper left here means there's going to be flying enemies, so I need to bring archers. As you can guess, the goal is to protect your blue boxes from the red. Let's go with a quick practice here, and this is a favor, so let's bring her. Thorns is a bit overkill, but let's bring another archer. Actually, let's not bring too many 6 stars, just because those will make it very easy. Oh. Okay, based on what... If you probably know it... If you were here last time I streamed this game, or you saw her here when I went through my operators before, you might get a bit of spoiler, but yeah, W... is fine an event. This is unfortunately an unavoidable spoiler. This means W is alive and eventually joins us. I guess I can bring her, actually, since I need ranged units anyway. I've got 2 healers. Sorry is a bit too strong. Let's bring someone a bit, Where is she? Is Gummy already in the squad? Oh, she is. Yes, that's why. Ceylon is another healer, and I don't need that many healers. Black Knight might not be too bad since she's ranged. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's practice here, just to get some gameplay. Not all fluffy army. A lot of them are kind of niche. Oh, it's doing the story first. I did the practice plan specifically to avoid that. 6:30. It's level 8. Dr. Alex, thank you for visiting Rhodes Island and integrated bioprocessing. Your intentions have been determined through the analysis of available data. In addition, the system detects you're in a bad mood. What would count as a bad mood exactly? Good and bad are subjective judgments. However, the system collected nearly all documented states of mental activity, as well as hormonal criteria for various types of neurological excitement. So you could argue its subjective judgment is substantially closer to objective truth. Therefore, no matter what action the doctor may take, the system may be able to process it to some degree. Just to say, you may do as you wish. We're equipped with non-lethal pacification function. Should you take an unreasonable action, you lose consciousness for 3.55 working hours, ensuring your mental behavior standard. Welcome home, Doctor. Can this really be called home, I wonder? Are you Dr. Alex? Hello? It's you, I'm sure of it. I can feel it. You're a little different, though. But the person you're holding, that uniform, can I ask you who that is you're holding? A friend. You're a friend, I see, but you barely know her at all. I don't know. This might disappear soon. What do you feel? Trace of people communicating with each other. Smell, warmth, shape. I'm not sure, but she... The girl reaches out to Frost Nova. I see no reason to stop her. No, you don't want me to do that? No, I'm an outsider. I don't know her. I can't do this, can I? It's actually kind of a tease, because during the build up to the big final battle against Frost Nova, there was a lot of speculation she may actually join us and become an ally. Technically, she did within the story, but it was at the tail end, and unfortunately, she didn't make it. Which, of course, means she will not be summonable, which, of course, made people very disappointed. Can you read minds like our partner, Amia? No, I can't. Amia is special. I know her magic, and I think she suffered a lot. You want to use this machine? This is indeed the final resting place of the infected. It is. Just a second, let me check the log. Yes, they cleaned this cabin already. Put her on the slab. Easy now. Then the slab will slide in, wait for it to close, and finally press the button. You're really familiar with it. Oh, I've had to use it a lot. See, this is where all of Rhodes Island's affected eventually end up. If I knew them, I felt them. Yeah, the thing is, when someone with the rock disease dies, they... And I keep calling it that, first of all, because I have to be careful, since certain real-life issues have caused YouTube VODs to get smacked for that. And also, it's what the fandom calls it. So I figure I should probably stick to fandom lingo. Yeah, but when someone dies, basically their body completely crystallizes and shatters, and anyone nearby when that happens also gets infected. So they basically have to cremate all bodies of the infected who die in order to prevent it from hitting others. Rippy. Welcome, Eleanor wonders why. Yeah, Rippy, unfortunately. Poor Frost Nova. We all wanted her to be summonable, we all wanted to play as her, but we couldn't. Luckily, not all of them die, as seen by how the fact I was able to get W. After all, people love villains turned heroes, but unfortunately, that's only so many that survive. The original manual is really complicated, but I wrote down how to use it in the terminal. Just a quick look and I could feel it. Feel what? It's like a chain. A chain? Or could I say it's like seeing the links between people? Sending people off tied to you means untangling the lines around them. The other ends of the thread are still tied to us, but even with one side gone, the threads don't hang down. It feels like you've lost something inside, something you didn't know was there, but knowing it won't come back. Why would you want to feel that? Because if you know the feeling, it won't suddenly sting you, right? So then you, excuse me, identifier for Rosemontis, elite operator, will expire in 15 minutes. I'll update you momentarily. Stand in place for about 15 seconds. In addition, there's a skirmish taking place at the starboard hull. If possible, please assist after making an identification code in order to reduce resource consumption. Okay, I'll go do that. I'll make a note about it in my terminal. Reminding you for the 6th time, if you would allow access to the system, it could send information directly. No, I'm the one who has to use this. Understood. Should I call you Rosemontis then? Yes, you may call me codename Rosemontis. Elite operator. As the name suggests, that means she's top brass, which is a bit unusual if the Doctor hasn't heard of her. The Doctor, Amia, and Kaltsit are all the leaders of Rhode Island. So interesting. What about her? I think I should at least know her name. Frost Nova. Frost Nova, a good name. Hello, Frost Nova. And goodbye. Night of Farewells. Oh crap, now I'm remembering the one Fire Emblem mission. I didn't like it from a gameplay perspective, but from a story perspective. Right. Let's put Saga here first. Since I didn't have really strong guards, regular melees for so long, I had to use vanguards as double duties. And so I've gotten quite an appreciation for strong ones like Saga. More archery should be good. Alright, let's see here. Let's get Haze here so that she can get some damage going. Let's get a proper tank here. Let's get another archer here. Actually, W herself might be good. Neon here is my strongest hard tank. She doesn't have any self-sustain, but she can take hits from just about anything. Actually, I don't need a healer yet. I can use Saria since she can self-heal. Now I can put Kaltsit here. Cruise. And here's why I like W so much. That's a really satisfying attack there. Let's get another sniper here. Embriel here is fun because she can become a proper sniper and then she gets a global range. Alright, enemies in this game are color-coded. Anyone purple like those enemies over there deal magic damage. If they're red like these guys down here, they're souped-up versions of regular enemies, so they're a lot stronger. Plan accordingly. So it makes it easier to plan accordingly. Here we are. Oh, I know you. Unfortunately, too many enemies are attacking here, so I can't bring out Haze. Haze gets a huge damage boost, but it cuts her max HP in half, so... And apparently I need another healer. Well, this is the sort of thing I prepare for. Crap. Alright, these are the last two, so... The fun thing is W actually had that gimmick where she puts bombs on random people that do AoE and stun. She had that when you fight her as a boss, so it's nice to actually have that when you get to play as her. Monster, collect the necessary. On 3 turn. Collect tissue sample. Alright, now that we know how to win, let's do it for realsies. Although it seems I need someone a bit... I now know that I need to exchange things a bit here. Actually, I can even replace Kaltsit with someone else. Let's go with Perfumer, since she has a passive heal. When grinding integrated strategy, follow 2 mil film with W at this point. Oh my! And apparently I can't bring Haze, unfortunately. I could bring Ak, though. Potentially bring Ak, though, since I need to deal with all that anyways. So we'll use him with his skin from one of the others. Knight of Farewells. Now to kill Sonya with Nino and Jafar. Get Neon over here, just because she's my best hard tank. Which I had her. Yeah, W was the first limited operator that I was genuinely saving up for, so I'm really glad that she was able to come home in the end. But you can probably predict how many red rocks it took me. Hint, it was quite a few. Not as good as I was hoping. Saria here. Actually, let's first of all do that to get DP, then here. Alright. Sorry, has an easy time surviving that buff, so no reason not to. Alright, we'll go with double speed here since this is going fine. Alright, her skill's ready, so let's use it. Umbriel shoots the person with the lowest defense in global range after she gets her skill, and that didn't work as well as I was hoping. Alright, let's do this here. There we are. Excellent. We need a bit of extra damage here, so let's expedite this a bit with Bagpipe. And there we go. Operator with a cool red tip tail on the left side of the map. Oh, I won, so it's going to the cutscene. This is the leader of young Lungman's office. Correct, Mr. Wei. 32 hours from now, the core of the city will collide with Lungman. Its urban identification code's not been changed, which means the core of Chernobog is in Ursus territory. So attacking it would be an act of war? Reunion holding Ursus hostage like this is the height of absurdity. You're unreasonably calm, Mr. Wei. Yeah, did it maybe occur to you what a peace-loving country the Empire is? Ursus expansion is driven by a lust of wealth to territory and growth. If it was profitable, the Empire would start World War without a second thought, and they would have done it decades ago. To provoke a war with Yan? The fact that Yan has not waged war for centuries does not mean they lack the capacity to fight, but I'd say a militaristic state might struggle to understand what it is that led to Yan's prosperity. A world war would leave both sides devastated. Yan would need a long time to recover, but Ursus, with its myriad of internal conflicts, would take even harder. Ursus is no longer the world-devouring beast it once was. Only fools and madmen would wage war, costly, unprofitable, and doomed to fail. Mr. Way, as far as I know, fools and madmen are a dime a dozen in these nomadic cities. Weeding out such people is one of my most important duties. It's a function of the State Council of Ursus. Yeah, Yen Wenwu here is the leader of Lungmen. He's also the one that the contract the Amiya decided to cut ties with at the end of the last chapter because she felt he was a bit too extreme in his methods. However, we're obviously not hostile to one another. It's just that, well, in the general sense, it seems we're helping Lungmen entirely because circumstances require it, not because Lungmen are all that great. We'll implement once the State Council responds, we'll implement measures to put a stop to the core. Diplomats will handle the rest. Our only responsibility is to take control of the crisis before it gets out of hand. You have that much faith in the Empire? No, I have faith in mutual interest. Fighting war after war teaches bitter lessons, and even though Ursus has won a lot of riches, it's been unable to fight the internal rot those wars have bred. It has not been able to integrate these people in lands it has conquered, and no nation can handle rebellion while choking down the poison brewed by mutual crisscrossing hate of its own populace. The Empire of Ursus is a rotting corpse, posturing to look strong. That is why I believe Ursus will act in its own interest and abide by their deal with you. I have no deal with the chairman of the State Council, verbal or otherwise, but the two of us have about the same amount of sanity left. Umezuki, send a message for me. I have to make use of this time. Umezuki, there's another message for you here. Dr. Carl said, Amiya-chan, you should hear this as well. Fumizuki, you will change your mind when you hear this. I don't think so. If you reject the help again, we'll truly be isolated. Chief Wei, you must immediately act upon receiving this message. What? That's my messenger. The following has been arts encrypted. Mr. Wei, groups of 3 and 4 are standing down. We're unable to get to the source of the matter. I can't even speculate who the mastermind might be. They were whispering from Parliamentary Gallery, laughing at my miserable, helpless performance, but I found no evidence to hold them accountable. If something happens in Sharonmog, you must do everything to stop it, otherwise who knows what will happen. You have the wisdom and ability to stop it at source. What we could not do, you must do in our stead. That is the end. I want to hear the rest. The rest is the messenger's soliloquy. Is my messenger? Let me hear it. I was unable to meet with Chairman Witte, and the messenger he sent to Lice with me was waylaid by unknown forces. Fortunately, that messenger is still safe and sound. The messenger slipped out of deity Gifferbug in the dead of night, and someone secretly aided him. I believe there's forces within Ursus vying for supremacy. I was attacked many times on the road, and there are many others who tried to protect me. Witte tried to help them. I reached the Earl Rift and commandeered a messaging station. What happens now, even I don't know. Hope to make it back to Lungmen to enjoy the flavors of home once again. How is he now? Unclear if he's alive or dead. It sounds like the chairman of the State Council plans to stand by and see how this plays out. The State Council is at the heart of the Empire, but Chernobog is out on the periphery now. The borderlands mostly belong to the army and some remnants of the ancient nobility. The army hasn't had a chance to engage in sub-operations since the Great Rebellion, but the infected did. The ancient nobility, closely watched as they were, couldn't have planned for the Chernobog incident, but the infected could. Indeed, most of Reunion's infected had no training. They didn't stand a chance against the Ursus Guard and Chernobog riot police, but a catastrophe did. The disaster... did. The Chernobog failed to split the plates in time, and there was nothing they could do against the disaster that would follow. Reunion had a... Yeah, the catastrophes are basically disaster weathers that will basically level a city if they land. That's why the cities are nomadic, so they can move away whenever a catastrophe approaches, because there's no way to hold them off at this point in time. Reunion had to infiltrate the city early in order to stop the security forces from mobilizing, while the army could order the maneuvering. Lungmen and Rhodes Island anticipated Reunion's actions, and the LGCD made plans to annihilate them, but Chernobog, even this day, and the Ursus court, they haven't said a word. Now we know why. Writing off the city inhabitants, Ursus handed Chernobog over to Reunion, and the infected who've lived so long in the threshold of death they no longer fear it would assume control of the city afterward. They have to do anything, they just got out of the way. They only had to let it happen. But after suffering catastrophe, Chernobog was just a dead city with nothing of value, which left the infected heading for Lungmen. No matter who's running Reunion, all elements were perfectly aligned. Give the order, the censors must stand down and use force if necessary. We'll prepare for war. We must be absolutely certain we can disable that core before it's too late. And no one is to know of this until Chernobog's core is stopped. Mr. Wei? You're going to start a war yourself? Umezuki, you've all seen what Lungmen's been through, and you must know. My brother wouldn't stand for me starting war with Ursus. I must take the initiative, and we must take control of the situation, even if it costs all of Lungmen. Starting a war means being seen as an aggressor. That makes it all the more difficult to forge alliances. The first one to enter a state of war is likely to find themselves isolated. But the worst part is, no one can know the truth until after the war is over, whoever it might be. Some countries don't even care about the truth. All they want is an excuse. Mr. Wei, I believe we can achieve peace through diplomatic means. Thank you for the suggestion, Madam Calcit. But I'm afraid Witte and I are the last hope for peace between our two countries. Whether our enemy is the Empire's Third Army or the Empire of Ursus, this war is going to happen eventually, even if we are certain to win it. Peace is no longer possible. If Witte is too meek to use official channels to put a stop to this, it means he must face too much resistance and criticism, even if it works. He's a politician. He still has to look out for himself. How can he sleep with horns that big and then pointy? I don't know. How does Lewis from Beastars do it? Having pushed him this far, the Empire's bureaucracy may be in a state of semi-paralysis. A couple of divisions can hold Ursus hostage, but not Lungmen. This is not Ursus. You're entitled to an emergency response to another moving city. Wouldn't it then be too late to separate the city? If the core is not stopped, the collision will destroy Lungmen, and the conflict that follows will cause further unfathomable disaster. I'm going to go out of my way and assume that the core exploding would basically be like a meltdown, in which case, yeah, that would take out a city even if you weren't directly hit by it. But to stop the core, firing our guns or sending a Spec Ops team would indeed mean a declaration of war. Anything Witte might have been able to stop has been cut loose by the Shernawag core. An isolated city cut off from communication, left with nothing but identification codes, needs very little explanation. As you say, Doctor, it's up to Lungmen. Only we can stop it. Think carefully, Mr. Wei. There are serious consequences to an active war. War is serious business, but the other choice as far as Lungmen concerned is far worse. Mr. Wei, Rhodes Island. I'll go. Huh? Miss Chen? Chen? I'll take care of it. You're a Lungmanite. I can leave Lungmen. Superintendent Chen, don't play the hero. This isn't your responsibility. If Lungmen needs a traitor, let it be me. I'm sick of you, Wei. You and your precious city. I stopped being a Lungmanite even before you dug your claws in the slums. Now is not the time to debate on ethics. What did they do? What did you have to do that to them? What did they do? Tell me, Miss Chen, what did they do? Tell me, where was it the reunion hid themselves? Where was it they snuck into our city? You trust the slum dwellers, but did they trust you? Where did that trust come from? Have any of them, aside from your informants, and so reported infected infiltrating their homes? Things happen so fast, that doesn't mean anything, you know it. Did you receive even a single tip? Yes or no? No. Not one, not a single person stepped up. They don't trust you. They'd rather put their faith in foreign provocateurs than the Rat King or the superintendent of the LGD. Maybe Reunion was threatening them. Their infected are known to be violent and dangerous. They forget Lungmen has never raised a hand against them. I don't blame them for supporting each other. In fact, if the infected didn't support each other, if they hate each other instead, the slums would have long since destroyed themselves. They could have opposed Reunion. They could have come together with the Rat King's people to fight the infiltrators. They could have asked for your help. They don't trust... Exactly, they don't trust you. After all you've done for them, they still don't trust you. We should send them into the slums long ago. We should have sent the LGD into the slums long ago. It was the locals who didn't want them in the slums in the first place. They were the ones working against my LGD time and again. Even as Lin and I worked so hard to root out the criminals and foreign agents, it was the same locals who scoffed at the sacrifice of our soldiers. Was it Lungmen that rejected them? Answer me, Miss Chen. Look me in the eyes and answer me. It's not their fault. Then whose, pray tell, is it? How many times have I told you? You have the right to your own thoughts and opinions, provided you don't let them affect your work. The LGD is here to protect Lungmen. The Special Inspection Unit is here to guide the police and the Lungmen General Defense and protect Lungmen. The slums you've done so much for become a vulnerability that could have led to Lungmen's destruction. The Reunion exploited the infected among them to distract us, laying our guard down to Chernabog. The measures we took to fight off Reunion left us open to this maneuver by the core city, and those infected stood by and did nothing. If Lungmen falls here, it is ultimately by their hand. Who should be held responsible for turning Lungmen to a flashpoint? Who's responsible for the lives lost and blood spilled? I'd say Tallulah personally, but I think that's not going to help much here. So much destruction over a few neighborhoods just because we didn't act in time. To act, you mean? Whose fault is it? Was it Lungmen that rejected them? No, it was they who rejected Lungmen. So you'll dispose of them. Indifference and lack of vision already destroyed them. I have no reason to care for these people anymore. Chen, we are all tainted with our innumerable mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. All we can do is fix them or cover them up for a time. There's always someone who can do what I can't, but for now I have things to do. Everyone makes mistakes. I know what you're saying. Affect your mistake as long as they exist. Girl. Superintendent Chen, I've told you everything. Now do what you must. Alright then. Wei, yeah, and what I must do, the LGD must do, in the name of who is at fault and correct the mistake. It seems that according to your definition, I am at fault. We could also say I am the mistake, because I am infected. You, Chen? Madam Chen? There's no need to hide it anymore. For 3 years, you've been hiding my infection from the world. Now the infected have no place in the city, neither do I. Nonsense. She and I are both infected. I don't belong here. I know what I must do, and I won't be making any more mistakes. I'm the only one who can stop her. Don't feel bad. I understand. We're sworn brothers, aren't we? Brothers. Remember where we came from. Sworn brothers ruin. I'm infected and a traitor Lungman. I'm the only one who can do this. I hate you and I hate them. I should love you, but right now I hate every last one of them. This is actually a very interesting thing, because Chen, prior to now, was actually one of the most discriminatory against the infected. So the fact that she is now is gives those some new context. Why me? Why does it have to be me? Who could feel safe here? Close family ruin. No, if you leave the city today, Chen, you'll be an enemy. You'll never again be allowed to set foot. All that we worked for together the past 10 years will come to nothing. Everything I worked for came to nothing as soon as you did what you did. Lungman's about to go up in flames. A battle's upon us. You have your ways, I have mine. The only difference is I'm not like you. I don't think anyone's a mistake. I won't let the city fall, but I won't go in without a plan either. Power's a tool at the end of the day. Power's the tool at the end of the day. If you're going to use this tool to tinker with the world, you have to conform to its expectations. Don't make a mockery of yourself, Inspector Chen. Laugh at that and you're laughing at yourself. I raised you to change it. I hoped that you would change this world to want more than prosperity and growth. So, has it changed? Can it be changed? Does everything I work for actually mean anything? Even if it can't now, it must someday. You're going to make sure it can be changed. Wait, stop. Who are you? Can't go in there. Security either. Intruder. Lord we will act. Get out. Let us act. You shouldn't have come. Wei, that's all it took for you to show your true colors. Your private army just showed up here in your office. Madam Chen, Lungman is threatened. Sounds like you have a strong sense of duty, but I don't believe a word you say. If you have something for him, go ahead. Lord Wei, it's within our means to infiltrate the city, kill the mastermind, and stop the collision. We shall sacrifice our lives and lift this burden from thy shoulders. Get out. Lord Wei, how about it, Wei? Will you send them or me? Is it a tough choice? Why is it you're so decisive when it comes to killing people and indecisive when it comes time to save them? That's how it is now. That's how it was then. I didn't expect a chance at a proper goodbye. I thought about it many times, Wei, but I never expected to give anyone a proper goodbye. Miss Fumizuki, I'm sorry my mom treated you like that. Thank you for looking after me all these years. I always thought of you as family. Chen? Superintendent Chen. Not anymore. This badge, you can have it back. Seize it. You want to fight here first? To decide who's the real traitor? Superintendent Chen, the enemy is at our gates. I'm infected. I am your greatest enemy. Cease and desist, or I'll show no mercy. Who have you ever shown mercy? Don't sound high and mighty about things you can't do. Lord Wei, look out. Brother, this sword is used to slay dragons. Does also work on Dracos. It just might. Looks like I'll have to be more careful around you. Her arts are overflowing. Doctor, get behind me. I'll block it. No, he'll just get torn apart by that kind of power. She's not aiming for us. Just get out of her range. Ah, okay. Her arts are expanding. Back up. Release. Dragon-slaying sword unsheathed? Can you block it with your wrist? Most astute. I see your swordsmanship is sharp as ever. Tempered Originium. Shizao, huh? I think they're still making weapons like that. Doctor, is that sword specifically forged to fight against energy-based arts? At first, Madam Chen didn't even let me look at that sword. Was she envisioning a situation where I would be the enemy? Out of my way! Lord Wei, the superintelligence shows her path. I may not be able to block a second blow. Shall I put my life on the line? For my death, I assure you, Inspector Chen will remain in Lungman. Though I cannot guarantee she'll have her limbs, I can ensure she lives. Impermissible. Fall back. Do not engage her directly. I shall immediately alert my brothers. Planning to call reinforcements? Cease. What? Wait, shit. Are you planning to use the cloud-splitting sword? Don't forget who taught you your swordsmanship. Don't forget who taught you your swordsmanship and your arts. I never once thought to strip you of your swordsmanship, but I'll no longer play nice. Don't force my hand. Do it then, Master Wei. Shizao answers to me. The day you gave it to me, did you think I would slay you? I won't use it to spill your blood. You think you're protecting me, right? My mother died of depression. Tallulah was taken away. I contracted Oreopathy in the course of my work. You think everything you've... Yeah, Oreopathy is the official term for the rock disease. You think everything you've done was for the sake of protecting me, don't you? Is it because of your guilty conscience or because of your confidence in your own strategies? I don't want to witness another tragedy ever again. Liar! Wait. Yeah, there are those who need the sword... There are those who the sword seeks to kill and those it seeks to protect. If she truly wishes to destroy Lungman, no, you must not go. I never thought I'd beat you in the Black Hoax there, but there is more than one way out of here. The window? Chen, stop this foolishness. We're hundreds of meters above the ground. This will be the first time I've used the window route, or the second. Chen, you must not go to her. Chen. Dang, it's not often you see his anger expression there. You mustn't repeat the same mistakes. You can't go down the same path we did. If there's anyone who should die for this city, that person should be... I think that's every level. Also, welcome to the stream, Toure. At least it looks like that's how it's pronounced. Well, no way. Starting today, we're strangers. The sound of glass smashing across the room, and Chen falls faces up from the tall building. Of course, she has to do it in the most dramatic way possible. The Lord of Lungmen lets out a thunderous roar, and the man in the black poncho leapt towards the window with an arrow springing from a bolt string. But Chen had already made up her mind. What's this? Oh, Thermiax. Born from Rethian Industries, improve the hand of Great Meyer. I, Thermiax, the throbbing heart of hotness, am here to help. Capturing enemies and experimental doesn't violate any ethics as long as nobody catches us doing it. Oh, nice, I got the robot. Night of farewells. Now let's see, what's this map? That's a... The tiles marked with the yellow outline means I can't deploy operators there. Looks like there's actually not very many places I can put someone, actually. Actually, let's see here. How many range tiles are there now? I think this team should be fine here. Although I might want a quick redeploy. I guess since Saria's overkill, I can keep Gummy. Bring a fast redeploy then. I guess Y will be fine. That way, if I need an emergency hella drop unit, I can drop her in front of them. Uptown Lungmen, dusk. A secret arrest warrant for Chen? It's gotta be a mistake, there's no way. Hey, get back here, ask if it was a mistake. Damn it. Chen, sir, what the hell? Who's behind this? I have to find her, I have to hear her side of the story. Chen was very popular among her minions, so... Yes, I understand. Anything else, Master? No, go on. Do what I told you for now. When you're finished, find somewhere to lay low for a while. Got it. Now go, hurry. Turns out there really is someone who can outplay Wei and Wu. Tallulah, Tallulah, is this really just fate? Oh, young master, if you could see us up here, now from up here, you would not wish to see this, would you? But alas, Lungmen's finally come to this. But Huishe, be careful, you mustn't get yourself killed. Guess news spreads fast. Lungmen Harbor. Damn, there's still so many of them here. I thought the LGD was supposed to have this area under control. Yesterday was reunion, today it's these weird zombie-like infected. Even we can't hold them off. We can't use heavy-duty weapons out in the city. Hello, operators, this is what we're fighting today. Rosmantis, oh good, we're saved. They're infected who've been twisted by arts, and we can't stop them. That's right, we mostly brought defense equipment, but never expected they'd shred through our steel cables and polyfiber nets like paper. We might have to bring in some military-grade weapons. We're at our limits here, so we have no choice but to ask for backup from the land ship. Thankfully, now that you're here, we might be able to turn the tides. The originium structure inside makes their bodies incredibly tough. We're just suppressing fire to keep them under control, and also our scans aren't picking up any signs of brain activity at all. The main point is here, they're pretty much physically dead, and they're just empty husks popped up by arts. It's cruel. Whoever did this has to pay. But more importantly, at least you're all safe. Let's make a plan. I'll get them to settle down. You gonna fight? Yes. Oh, but you look... Doctor, have you never met Ramondas before? Please stand aside, Doctor. Then you might want to step back. I guarantee you've never seen anything like this. Is that a metal box from a land ship flying by? It's mine. Operator, please describe your impression of the target. Hold on, I'll check the manual. Target's a large group of active, restless individuals. They're moving as a group with no clear objective. Their general trend is clear, but no set route. That should be good enough, right? Received. I will handle this. Dr. Calcet was very clear. Once we finish this, Rollage Island is to leave Lungmen immediately. Evening, old friend. Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma, what are you doing here? How about your injuries? I'm an Oni. These scratches are long gone. Good, now Hold on, were you waiting for me here? That dune buggy you're pushing is the new model for Rim Battalion, right? Yeah. Great for off-road performance. Dust-proof, climbs hills with ease, incredible range and fuel efficiency. Minimal environmental impact with maximum comfort. That the one? Yeah, sorry, I saw the ad for the terminal a million times. Guess I got stuck in the old noggin. And it's a damn good buggy, though. Not even into off-roading, and I'd like to get one. What are you trying to say? He's joining you, is what? Look like hell, Chen. Where you plan on going? How'd you know I'd be here? You came here every time I want to sneak out of the city. Remember, I also know every nook and cranny of this place. The LGD issued an arrest warrant. But that's not what you're here for, is it? course not. I know exactly what kind of person you are. This is my only way out of Lungmen. I stayed dark the whole way. Yeah. If the whole LGD knew me half as well as you do, then you'd never make it out of Lungmen. Excuse me? What do you mean by that? They're just like me. They don't want you to go. Hoshiguma, are you gonna stop me? Why you of all people? Of course I am. I'm the inspector, more importantly, your friend. Do you seriously plan to wander off and play the lone hero in a grand adventure? That's precisely why I can't let you leave. You're a Lungmanite, Hoshiguma. This is our last chance. If Wei has his way, more people are gonna die. Your way's better. They call you Madam Oni. They trust you to take care of the Lungmen they love so much. Let me go. Ah, they really love Lungmen. Chen. Me, I'm old school. Comics, movies, booze, rainy streets, some guy walking by with an umbrella. I like my stuff retro, just not bikes. People say stuff goes out of style real quick, Chen. Can we really outrun time itself? I can't. No way. Moves too fast. That chase has crushed much of what I care about. This is all I've left. A yellow splotch, a tear, a dog-eared page. I got names from all. And it sucks. I ate out time, took all those people from me. They died horrible, miserable deaths, sacrificing themselves, trying to find a place in the world. But me, I simply watched them all vanish to dust. Some, I smashed their dream to pieces with these very two hands. They didn't love Lungmen. They simply had nowhere else to go, and in the end, that was my fault. You're not going anywhere, Chen. Died, and all those people died for Lungmen. You're gonna pretend you never saw any of that? Don't act like you knew them. They're with me longer than you. I knew them better. It's my duty to protect Lungmen, no matter who stands in my way. It's my duty. That hasn't changed. So you're still Superintendent Chen. Who gave you this duty? I did. Is that just something you wanted to hear yourself say? Look at you. You're gonna save Lungmen by yourself, one woman against all of Reunion. Your temper tantrum won't get you that far. It's funny, you're the one who always carried out Mr. Wei's orders because you could relate with him. Now I'm the one who relates a bit better. And I'm the one carrying out his orders, how the tables have turned. I've seen the gist of his plans. If someone has to die, Mr. Wei thinks it ought to be him. You're carrying the Chen family's blood. Once this all blows over, no one's coming after you. You mean Mr. Wei would rather he die than you. Give him too much credit. Maybe you didn't give him enough, Chen. If he wants to die, he's welcome to. But where will that get us? What's the point? Will it prevent a war? Will it get Lungmen out of this mess? If he dies, it'll get some of the blame off Lungmen. I think all the blame will pretty much vanish into thin air, actually. You don't think it'll be that easy? Nothing's ever that easy. That's why he wants you running the place. You'll get his job and be chief of the LGD sooner or later. After that, you'll become boss of the whole city. There's been a lot of rot left behind, and you should be the one to clear it out. I get what Mr. Wei wants from you. Though he's been waiting for a long time, I can tell that his beliefs and methods haven't changed the day I met him. Lungmen still needs you, and she doesn't want you in danger. I'm just so disgusted. Mr. Wei's death may not matter to you, but once he's gone, you can change the city. I have to tell you something, Hoshiguma. It's the reason I don't belong here. Don't mess with me, Chen. No one's more Lungmen than you. I am an infected. What? Since when? 3 years ago. You've been hiding it from me? I didn't mean to. How come you didn't even tell me? Yeah, Wei didn't want anyone to know. We couldn't have it infected in the so it couldn't be infected. Hoshiguma, there's no place for the infected here or anywhere else in the world. I've had enough of Wei controlling us. I'm not gonna be his tool anymore. No, I get it. I actually really get it, Chan. I know exactly why you can't leave Lungmen. What? If you leave now, go to the core city, Mr. Wei will have to brand you an enemy. Not just enemy, but dangerous infected enemy working against Lungmen. The whole city would know you're infected. They might even think you're working with Reunion, and that would be the end of it. You'll never be able to come back. I don't care. That's my line. You're infected, I don't care. I don't care. Missy doesn't care. Nine doesn't care. The LG doesn't care. Not even Mr. Wei cares. He wants you to change his place. He doesn't want you gone. You didn't see how ruthlessly he treated the infected. I did. And Nine, she's already gone. She quit because she was infected too. Nine too, huh? You know, 9 might have contracted Oreopathy on the same mission now that I think about it. She went undercover for me in Reunion, and then, well, because of Reunion, she abandoned Lungmen, because she saw the truth of the city. But she didn't betray Lungmen. I'm not letting you take the fall for a crime you didn't commit. Shiguma, why do you think I'm going to the core city? I've never been good at guessing games. Get to the point. You know who's leading Reunion? I forgot her name. Tallulah. Missy didn't tell you? Tell me what? Tallulah is my sister. Oh, I get it. Jen, you're not going today. Why? Is my sister or my family not important enough? That's precisely why. That's why I can't let you go. Even if I have to die here, I'm not letting you go. That's not for you to decide, Hoshiguma. Anya can decide. No matter what stands in my way, it's a catastrophe, shield, or Oni, I'm not giving in. Blacksmith who cast the shield had his whole family killed by a gang of wandering Onis. His fury is much more toxic than any capacity. The blood that stains a shield, and the tragedy is much more wicked than any catastrophe. Chen, Mr. Wei isn't a good man. We can kick his ass together. Whatever you want to do, I'll do it with you. Want my Colombian big single 70 VV? It's yours. Chen, now's not the time. Don't go. Don't force me. That's all I can ask. Force you? Why are you talking like Mr. Wei? I don't get it. What did he? Oh no. When he betrayed his brother, failed him I'm gonna put the city to sleep on his cloud of wickedness. That's when I decided to do this. You might think this stuff has anything to do with you, but I don't think so. What do you mean? What he did for you, what you should be doing, none of it's connected. That's what Mr. Way's hoping for. He didn't want to play the bad guy. He's not power hungry. He gave you the sword. Get it? Understood what? It wasn't just one time. It happened again and again. I destroyed my home, destroyed my family, covered horn to toe in blood every time. I fought to the bitter end till I was the only one left standing. That's what I thought was right, and they were wrong. I found myself asking a lot if I really deserve to die. I don't, but I lived anyway. Can't just live for myself anymore. Putting yourself out because of some concept right and wrong, that's the dumbest thing a person could do. And I've dealt with regret my whole life. Think you're the only one who's got a lot of baggage? Stop talking like that. So why can't you understand me even a little bit? We've been through so much together all these years. Still something you can't tell me? I have my baggage, you have yours. We both know that, but even still, what is there you still don't understand? I've never pulled any of you into this. How can I say I don't understand you? Because I've seen too many people die for nothing. I don't care who you are, I just care where you're going. I'm not letting go. That is all in the leader of reunion. You can't change the situation. You'll just die for nothing too. No one wants to see that. Not in LGD or Lungman. Thank you, Hoshiguma, but I'm still going. Really. If you have to fight, you should know I'm not scared of you. You really have to go, huh? Feel like your heart's as hard as iron? I told you before, you're lost in your own thoughts, lost sight of everything around you, and everything's done for you. Your stubbornness is only gonna get you hurt. Fine, I guess you'll have to take a beating before I can learn, like a young Hoshiguma, that being a just stupid impulse. If you want to fight Chen, let's do it. Show me everything you've learned the last 2 years. Stop talking like that. Long range arts control device. Requesting approval. Approve for use in defensive. Removal approved. User annihilation specialist. Activation. Okay, I'm going. Use tell closure about Rhode Island's landship startup. Hurry, doctor, get to the cabin. Don't watch. If you get hit by the Rosmanja's shrapnel, you're pretty much a goner. Alright, finally we're at the map here. Let's place her here. I can't put her directly in front of the blue box because yeah, Saga's gimmick is when enemies are killed, they don't die for about 10 seconds and they are in a weakened state. Yeah, like this guy here. So if I'm not careful, it can and will result in deaths. Now let's see here. Here we are. There we are. Alright, I need a healer, so let's go in here. Alright, those enemies that throw the... I don't know what those things are. They hit like trucks, though, so let's get some more healing going. Didn't work as quickly as I was hoping. Black Knight's power is that her little minion here puts enemies nearby to sleep for a few seconds while also dealing damage to them, so I can stall out a few enemies easily that way. Oh dang, that was a lot faster than I was expecting. Yeah, I forgot about that. Whoops. Alright, guess I need to be a bit more tricky with this. Where? Who does she shoot with this skill? Alright, there we go. Because they automatically have a major time effect on them, I don't need to worry about the guys on the bottom too much. Excellent. There we are. Interesting, so they can't hit these guys in the melee range, but they can hit the range tiles. That's good to keep in mind. Alright, see if I can keep W alive this time. Neon isn't doing much, so I can probably retreat her for now. I can, however, use Ak to shoot these guys. Question, can I get W to survive this? Let's find out, shall we? Alright, Ak, use her ability. Oh, she did survive! Yeah. Ranged units generally can't survive Ak's buff without the help of someone else. I mean, can't even tank throw. I thought she could. Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought the throwing guys could hit the ones in the melee ones here, but no, they can only hit these range tiles, it looks like. So I just shuffled. If I had known that, well, oh well, I still won. With 3 stars. Uptown Lungman. So how did the fight turn out while I was busy with the zombie fight here? Huh. You're pretty serious about this. Real unexpected, never would have thought you'd be able to make me bleed. We've never been able to walk away from our past. Oshiguma, you've always been part of the city, but not me. I've always been running. I don't think I'll ever be able to stay in this place. It turned to another one of those in the end. I can't stop you. Go. Sorry, Hoshiguma. After I'm gone, please go to the slums for me. There's people panicked and confused. Someone from LGD has to protect them. If infected kids go view a toy bear, keep it. A nurse's girl named Misha taught them how to make those bears. She died because we failed her. Alright, I will. Sorry, I owe you one. I don't need your apologies. Honestly, you're no good at them. Hoshiguma, I think we're done here. Go and don't come back. Take care of yourself. Can't stand this place? How many people care about the city as much as you do? That's bullshit. Inspector Hoshiguma! Inspector, you're hurt. Who could have... Oh, yes, we saw Madam Chen. Oh, that, sorry. Do you guys have a second talk? Inspector, just obeying yours too? Oh, I wouldn't put it that way. Get out. Yes, Lord Wei. I told you not to call me that. As you wish. We wait your orders. Tensions are pretty high. Miss Kaltson and young Amiya, before you speak, may I have a word with him? Yes, go ahead, Miss Fumizuki. All yours. We've been together for years now, Wei, Menu. I talk like this about this, why now? Look in your eyes, I can tell what you're thinking. Mizuki. Now, I've always been able to tell. I know Lungman means the world to you. I know all that you've given her. I know about your dreams you've had. No, for Mizuki. But this isn't what you want, is it? Ah, Goldman, I'm not referring to your current dilemma. What I mean is the prosperity you've been giving everything for. You lost 2 loved ones. Actually, I think you said it was even 3, maybe even dozens. Seriously, surely you couldn't bear to lose your niece as well. She loathes the Shadow Guard. If I send them a retriever, she'll fight them to the death. No, that's not what I mean. Won't you regret it if you let them both die in some foreign city? Or if they're infected, are they not your nieces? We had children of our own. Is this how you treat them? All that I've done for the sake of our land. I never intended for Chen to do my work for me. That's how she is. No, keeping the truth from her only deepens a cut. It all makes it feel like she doesn't belong here. Your expectations of her, they're too distant and too difficult. But can I even stop her at this point? I've struggled against men behind me and the city below me for so long, and this is all I have to show for it. Would Lungman even allow me to stop? This is what she wanted. To get to the source of all her problems. She wanted to change the city into something completely unlike the city under my rule. All I did was teach her how to get there, what she would have to do, and what she would have to give up. Alright, that's enough rationalizing. You're giving me a headache. I'll go bring her home myself. I won't sit and watch her die. I will do what you cannot. Nonsense, I won't allow it. I have plans to bring her back, and you are not set foot outside this building. Oh, you'll stop me. Amarai konayaro. You. Doctor, what did Miss Fumizuki say? It's been a long time since I've heard such angry. Have you forgotten who I am, Wei? Even I have my limits, Fumizuki. Have you forgotten who you are? Fumizuki. Doctor, I think Mr. Wei might actually care for her. The same may go for Fumizuki. Maybe. Now then, on to our friends from Rose Island. How much will it cost for you to help Lungmen and Ah Chen? I'll cover it myself. You're really gonna hire us like this, Miss Fumizuki? I am. It may be improper to say, but my husband's not exactly in top form today. Or I might say our opponent's plans have gone beyond anything we might have predicted, and that includes all he holds dear. They have a complete understanding of both Lungmen and Wei. Mizuki, that's enough. Who are you to say that's enough? Doctor, name your price, I can pay it. I understand everything you said here, Miss Mizuki, and money won't be necessary, but I need you two to hear me out. Doctor, maybe this isn't the place to say it, but if I can speak freely, Lungmen needs some outside assistance. Can I continue? By all means, I don't let words get to me. Nonsense. Rhodes Island is only a pharmaceutical company, but the world is a tough place. It doesn't let up on any of us, especially a pharmaceutical company like ours that tends to make a lot of enemies, be it in business, geopolitics, or otherwise. We wander the cracks between countries because we have no other choice. When all the forces of the world align to put pressure on us, we need our own special methods to handle them. But if our methods are to work, we need the forces acting against us to shred some sense left in their thick skulls. So when there comes a day like today, where anything could happen, Rhodes Island will be ready to make the right response. Get to the point. I have a proposal. Yeah, sorry, but I'm afraid Calcid is even more wordy and talkative than I am, so might want to sit down. I have a proposal. I hope it's a good one. I'm not sure if I should be disclosing this information to you, Mr. Wei. You must know, with Lungman's strength and your talents, you could annihilate Rhodes Island with a snap of your fingers. No matter how advanced our equipment may be, there's nothing we can do against your forces. If we act against you, Rhodes Island's as good as dead. Go on, Dr. Calcit. Miss Ami, I rest assured I have no energy to direct at Rhodes Island anymore. Please proceed. Very well. When we first met, Mr. Wei, you were very curious about our military capabilities. I can admit now, just as I said, Rhodes Island is no match for Lungmen in this respect. However, no matter how strong a force may be, it can be limited by the circumstances it finds itself in. Its difference largely in degree. Even your men can't project power with their hands tied. Even if you step into the battlefield personally, the enemy has something to use against you. The truth is, a colleague of mine once saw the Duke of Kashi at a fundraising banquet with his adopted daughter. This wasn't a slave market or some noble bacchanal. This was an event for those who represent many movers and shakers of our world. Continue. I'm sure you can guess what happened next, Mr. Wei. Many young people proved their value that night with the ideas and theories they exposed, but Tallulah did not. Neither my colleagues nor I ever expected she would become leader of Reunion. In fact, we should have realized that the Duke only shows himself when necessary to do as necessary, otherwise he stays out of sight. Kashi won't tip his hand in exchange for existence, and neither will Tallulah. I'm sure you know their relationship better than even we do, Wei. The Duke never made her a slave or a hostage. She is his successor. Oh. Your observations confirm my suspicions, Dr. Calcit. Tallulah is Kashi's successor. Correct, Mr. Wei. The Duke knows what you have and what you're capable of. Tallulah may as well. You can leave this in our hands now, Mr. Wei. We have what it takes to handle the situation. Like Ami told you before, the official agreement between Lungmen and Rhodes is over. By now, the Rose Island landship has left Lungmen's port, and we do here has nothing to do with Lungmen. Is that acceptable, Ami? Yes. Mr. Wei, we won't concern ourselves with the future of Lungmen or your personal business, but all this is the result of someone conspiring to exploit the infected, and we will fight it with all our might. If you'll permit us to act, and if you can promise you won't act against us in any way, then the battle to come is our battle, Rhodes Island's battle. I won't rely on the infected, I don't trust them. The only difference between you and Reunion is you haven't turned against Lungmen. Yet. What was Reunion like before? Even we don't remember. Someone does. They weren't anything like this. You can dress up your schemes and fancy words just as Reunion can shout from the rooftops that they'll be the ones to deliver the infected from their fate. In the end, they still end up being cannon fodder for Ursus. In short order, Ursus will snuff out the fire that is Reunion. Will you be next? Who can say? When will you bare your fangs and turn against us? What's more, I doubt you have the strength to deal with Kashine's successor. That Duke, only Lungmen ever successfully opposed him after all these years. Mr. Wei, you intend to personally lead your forces to attack Chernobog City, correct? Don't make blind conjecture. What you just told me, Mr. Wei, is revealing. I think you're the only one who can handle the situation. It's true Lungmen has the raw power to do it, and you've also overcome the machinations of Ursus. And this time you intend to sacrifice yourself to nullify the declaration of war of Ursus. As Miss Fumizuki said, you feel you betrayed your principles, and you hope to end it with your death. I've made so many mistakes, and my death can't pay for them all. I don't even know who I'd be paying. Nevertheless, Mr. Wei, are you so certain that after your death no one will bear you any ill will? Lungmen is strategically important to Yan. Thanks to my protection, it will continue to prosper. I was referring to Lady Fumizuki. Dr. Calcet, show some tact. Dr. Calcet, what are you saying? I meant what I said, Mr. Wei. I'm afraid your wife will suffer because of your actions. Even if you're dead, she's your widow. She'll still know everything you knew. Since someone's expecting you to act against your will, I believe, that sort of thing is to be expected. Someone's forcing you, I mean him. I have a feeling that particular individual won't be so magnanimous. That's enough, Mr. Calcet. You're way out of line. I can't. You're saying that even if I do this, I still won't be able to protect Fumizuki. And it may not end with Fumizuki as well. I can go too. Death isn't the worst that can happen. Fumizuki isn't the worst that can happen. Speak, Dr. Calcet. What are you getting at? For the sake of your beloved city and your beloved people, I am begging you, leave this to the experts. We may be powerless against a standing army, but we know the infected. We know what they want and what they don't. Only the infected can face them. So what do you want, leader of Rhode Islands, Dr. Calcet? You're not a charity. Attacking the core city is tantamount to throwing an egg at a boulder. It would be ridiculously expensive and may even be utterly futile. You understand our position well, Mr. Wei. At this point, it benefits us both to speak plainly. More than your agreement with our battle plan, Mr. Wei, we need your guarantee. Considering you may change your mind in the future, we need your promise for now. Because I believe Lungmen and your family and Madame Chen are worth that promise. We don't need your money, Miss Fumizuki. Your kindness and your aptitude toward the infected are enough for us to execute the plan operation free of charge. Little rabbit gives a thumbs up. I agree. Until the end of the Lungmen-Chernobyl conflict, we, Lungmen, will not in any way interfere with Rhode Island's affairs. And it looks to me like the good Dr. Calcet has yet more to say. Speak up, I can endure it for the time being, because I need Rhode Island to save one very specific infected. Then I have another proposal. Name your price. 20 years ago, Edward Artorius, father of Tallulah Artorius, died here in Lungmen. I would like Mr. Wei to lend us his remains. Calcet has a plan. What is this exactly? Let's see, what's the challenge mode for these, actually? The physical defense of all allied units is halved. Yeah, in that case, I really will want to bring someone a lot tougher. Saria, and she needs skill 1 for this if my plan is to work. Alright. Actually, I can even bring someone tougher if I need to. Let's see. Who are the defenders I can borrow? Mudrock would definitely be good. Girl might not be bad either, but that's a recommended one, so they're not full power. I might want Mudrock, even if just because she can hold the line really well. So let's borrow her. A hard tank would be absolutely appreciated, so... And I should also put my units a lot further up here. Alright, Saria, please hold the line there. Yeah, she's taking too much damage too quickly. Can I even heal down there? Yes, I can, just barely. Got me to back up with the healing here. Enraged, possessed leader. I'll Amok down so we can help the... No, he's not going to hit anyone down there. Alright, looks like Neon's actually taking the defense really well, so I think this will work. Let's put Mudrock here then. There we go. We managed to save Mudrock's life. There we are. Yeah, this is working rather well. Let's turn on this skill just so Neon has an easier time living. And we'll put Ambriel here. Oh dang, that guy really hits like a truck. There we go. Ambriel's global range is a big help. Seeing to draw the full power of everyone's power on the battlefield. Nostalgic. There we go. Challenge mode complete. Alright, and let's go with what's challenge mode additions here. Alright. Enemies have greatly increased HP. Honestly, this isn't nearly as bad as I was expecting, so let's go this and... Oh, no, that's regular mode. I want challenge mode. And let's see here. Yeah, I think it might be good to borrow Mudrock again, just because she's a really good hard tank. Night of Farewells. Dang, Mudrock is really expensive. But I guess it's not like she isn't worth the price. Hello, Pixel. Welcome to the stream. I was just doing a challenge mode, a few challenge modes to take a break from the story a bit. Since it's pretty dialogue heavy, I figure some action might keep the pace nice and snappy. Mudrock. Huh. They have her alternate skin equipped. Well, it's a nice looking one. I can't blame them for liking it so much. Slice him and dice him. And we're gonna cruise in here. Alright, let's get W's, there we are. Nice. I'm not sure if he's in range to hit anything, but there's one person I want to make sure gets hit by it. Activate your cloak, Cruise. There we are. Activate your ability, W. There we are. Fun. Oh yeah, that's a satisfying explosion. I think skin looks nice, normal skin looks most unique. Yeah, weird as it sounds, I think my favorite Mudrock skin is the one where she's in her full body armor for some reason. I'm not sure why. Poor Ock. I guess the passive healing was enough to keep him safe. Activate your cloak, Cruise. Alright, good. Now those aerial drones won't be shooting at her. And she can shoot them. These are the last enemies, so there you go. Let's expedite things a little. And there we are, challenge mode complete. Seeing you draw the full extent is nostalgic. There we are. I love Perfumer's talent so much. So do I. Honestly, I like a lot of the 4 stars in this game. I mean, actually, I can show this here, yeah. Hayes was the one I brought with me on basically everything for quite a while. Even now, I do try to bring her, but as you saw in the last few maps, there's a lot of enemies they hit range tiles, so her special power of heavily boosted damage in exchange for less HP isn't very good when there's actually a chance she'll get shot at. Unfortunate. I'm also a big fan of the drone casters like Click and Kajera here. And for the record, I unfortunately did fail my polls for Golden Glow, for anyone wondering about that. I don't want to bring Thorns because he'll make things a bit too easy. Cruz here is elite. I upgraded as high as I could simply because, well, I promised if they could ever make the 3-star version Elite 2, I promised I always would. And, well, then they came out with a 5-star version. I'm small. Okay. Okay, game, you've strong-armed me. And I will say, to her credit, she has some pretty good skills, that's for sure. After I got her. Oh, congrats. Golden Glow is a lot of fun. I've borrowed her a few times. No. What's this map again? Huh, honestly just a straight shot. I will want some guards then. Actually, why not? I had to drag Thorns and Silver Ash kicking and screaming from the certification shop, so until then I mostly played Vanguard Knights. So I'll do that again here to show that off. I got 2 Golden Glows because why not? Oh, congrats, Toure. I end up... Oh, while I'm here. Well, you see, I did go very heavily in for Lee, but sadly I did not Lee. I got the blue lady here, Ling. I mean, technically I'm not disappointed. I mean, she obviously is a legitimately incredible unit. It's just, I wanted Lee, damn it. Merchant guards are a lot of fun, as Jay here proves. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably bring Jay on this mission. Again, a lot of really good 4 stars in this game. I think this should do the trick, yeah. And if you're wondering why Siege is... Yeah, if you're wondering why the level 90s are Siege, Ak, and Saga. Saga was because, again, before I got the good guards, I was using Vanguards as to pull double duties as both DP generation and main guard usage. Ak because he's my personal favorite, he's hilarious to use, and a lot of fun. And Siege, I genuinely did by accident. Don't ask how, because even I don't know why, but when I went to bring Saga to level 90, I somehow clicked on Siege, clicked on the update, it was all nice, he's level 90, and then when I went back to the operator screen, I was like, oh, wait a minute, you're not Saga! Yeah, I'll use her skill 3 for this one, since she's going to be a guard. Because I can use her trust farm. She's pretty good for that, yeah. Rhodes Island Bridge. Attention, our outstanding operators. I have important information to report about everyone in Rhodes Island. This is Amia. As of last night, Rhodes Island has officially left Lungmen. In light of recent developments, the trade agreement between us and Lungmen has been cancelled. We no longer have any reason or standing to remain inside the city. Fortunately, we have already purchased supplies from Lungmen, which will sustain our operations for a time. Unfortunately, some of our operators will shortly be going deep into Chernobog's core city. An extremely tough battle awaits us there. Many of us think war is a distant concern. War, as they say, is a conflict between 2 countries. It has nothing to do with a pharmaceutical company. But war, I think war has never left us. We have always been in a war. The war of injustice against the infected and the war that drives people to hate one another. To develop an effective treatment for Oreopathy and give the infected a chance to use it, our medics have poured countless hours into their research. Likewise, it has always been our goal to provide the most advanced medical treatment to those who suffer from Oreopathy, including inhibiting and slowing the progression, but that's far from enough. Before we can achieve these goals, we must face the ever-growing conflicts between the infected and uninfected. Enemies of the infected will not see them treated. Each crime they commit against the infected aggravates the tensions between groups, and while others exploit and enslave the infected for their own profit. All, all while there are those who enslave and abuse them. I mean, there are those who oppose us and even attack us solely because we seek a cure. We have suffered for this in the past. Imagine if we develop a medicine to treat this disease but never have a chance to administer it. What then? Our enemy is not only Oreopathy, there's no safety in us standing back from this war. 2 weeks ago, Reunion and Rhodes Island engaged in violent confrontation. Many operators sacrificed themselves in Chernobog, a story we've seen unfold too many times. But if every sacrifice demands vigilance, then we will be locked into an endless cycle of revenge. Countless lives will be taken. Taken by our enemies, taken by our own hands. And our struggle with Reunion cannot rest upon hatred. If we are to negotiate with them, we demand from them an explanation, hold them accountable for their actions. But Reunion's still gripped by their madness even today. They've taken control of Chernobog's core city and are driving it straight into Lungmen. Even stranger, Ursus has not surrendered its territorial control of the core city. They retain a territorial claim to Chernobog even with it under Reunion's control, when Ursus never did anything. Even when Ursus never took action as the incident unfolded, the Empire of Ursus ignored the atrocities committed in Chernobog and it made no effort to stop them. They abandoned their own citizens. This has led me to conclude Ursus has conspired to bring about these events. A collision with the core city will spark an international war, a war between Ursus and Yan. But by then it will be too late. No matter who stands behind Reunion, no matter how they've been pushed, no matter who the real mastermind is, there will only be one truth laid grimly at our feet. The infected caused this war. No matter the outcome of the war, the infected will always be the scapegoat. They'll face even more brutal oppression, more miserable lives, and eternal fiery hatred. If that comes to pass, all of Rhodes Island has done will come for nothing. There won't be a single country in the world that will allow us to treat the infected, or even allow them a normal life. Indeed, this is an unavoidable part of our protracted war on Oreopathy. Rhodes Island has always been fighting this war. It's a difficult war to win, but despite that, we will never give up. We will fight the fanatics with reason and the enmity with clever strategy. We will press on, because no one wants to see bitter end with our efforts. So we will stop Reunion. We will stop Chernobog Core City from colliding with Lungmen. I hope those of you staying here on the landship will look after Rhode Island. Whether or not we return, Rhodes Island will fight on. Right, situation normal. I must say, Ami has grown on me quite a bit. When the game story first began, and I felt she was a bit of a boring main character. But she's really grown on me after the story progression here. I like her a lot more now. Oh, phew. Great speech. Oh, thank you, Doctor. Are you being too gloomy? Yes, some operators think so too. They said at times like these we should be boosting morale, but I thought about it and realized we're not that kind of team. It's not about good or bad morale. We need to understand what it is we're doing. The harder things get, the more we need to tell everyone the truth. We can't be making decisions blindly. What could be more dangerous than walking around in this world blindfolded? I heard Madame Chen left Lungmen. It's true. I'm thinking Madame Chen will probably steal into the city's core alone. Lungmen, the infected, her bloodline, Madame Chen is a complicated person with a lot of contradictions tied up inside of her. But even carrying around all that, she still didn't give up. She didn't run away. She carried it all with her into Chernobog. She's not afraid of betrayal, exile, or death. Dr. Alex, Madame Chen is infected. Oh, whoops. Huh, I knew all along. Yes. Doctor, when we go to the core city, we're also going to do what we can to rescue her. Not only because Madame Chen is our friend, and not entirely because someone hired us. Madame Chen will not face Reunion alone. We will stand with her. Everything she worked so hard to protect. The pitiful silence she forced upon herself, we will help her, because we both want the same thing. I'd be more scared of the hard ass. Doctor, that look on your mask, it's funny. I've doubted Madame Chen before. I took her as the type who wouldn't change. But when she reached out to help all the infected, I saw the color of her heart. That's an interesting turn of phrase. Oh, that's just how I describe it. I don't really know how to explain what I see. It just wouldn't be downright. I think she got a lot of story stuff, but I'm lazy and don't like read much. Yeah, I know what you feel about that, Pixel. In fact, that's kind of honestly why I'm doing a stream off my usual hours to do the story here. I've been lazy with the story in this game, but I really need to do it because it is a genuinely interesting story. I mean, it does have a bit of a slow start, but once it gets going, it does genuinely get going well, I think. And that's why I wanted a good excuse to get through it. Plus, if anything particularly interesting happens, I can get my thoughts recorded, and that's always nice. But to protect the infected in a moving city, to keep that ideal is heroic. Madame Chen isn't a cold-blooded person. She's stern and strict, but that's exactly why her sense of justice forces her to fight against the darkness of the world, even if she's never said so herself. So we will go. Sure, I made that promise myself. Dr. Alex, are you talking about? Oh, Miss Frostnova. First try to read it, now I skip everything. Yeah, I can get why. It is kind of long-winded, and as I said, if you go to the skip one, it does give you a quick recap. Frost Nova. I'm still disappointed we never got to play as Frost Nova. I mean, granted, some villains do survive, but Frost Nova was definitely one in particular I was hoping we'd be able to keep alive, but unfortunately it was not to be. Right. And Misha, the one who became Skull Shatterer after we defeated the first one. If there's something we can do to prevent a repeat of Misha's tragedy, to bring some comfort to Frost Nova and her men, and to help even more people, stop the birth of new sorrow, we will do it. I've sent both of you the information. This will be the first time the three of us have taken command together. Are you gonna work with me? You could always stay here. It's up to you. I can't force on you. Dr. Calcit, I'm listening. I hope you can set aside whatever preconceptions you have of the Doctor. And I hope you'll set aside whatever prejudices you may have towards Dr. Calcit, Doctor. From the things we've said before, at least for the time being, the Doctor has amnesia. Rhodes Island has no reliable treatment to restore the Doctor's memory in just 2 short weeks. So everything the Doctor has now is a product of new understanding and cognition. Yeah, it's been hinted at in some of the event storylines, but the implication seems to be that the Doctor, prior to the start of the story here, was... I've nonstop here, the AK story is nice. Maybe I'll watch a lore YouTuber one day. Yeah, if the story presentation in-game is boring, I'd recommend with someone on YouTube, because they're usually a lot better at making the story more digestible, I guess would be the best way to put it. A lot easier, plus they can keep it to the important stuff. That said, I do like the chemistry between the characters. I mean, like I was about to say, the implications from events that take place before the main story imply that the Doctor was not exactly the nicest person. So I can understand why Dr. Calcit isn't exactly fond of us. And like what? Oh, Dr. Calcit, I hope we can look in this new Doctor in a new light. And Doctor, I don't want you doubting Dr. Calcit's intentions just because of what she said. She's the person that you can rely on the most. Whether you trust her or not, she is. Please promise me, both of you. Well, looks like I have no choice. Doctor, water under the bridge isn't an option for us. Morality won't turn us into better people. Dr. Calcit. I'm not refusing your proposal, Dr. Amia. It's just forgiveness is a form of kindness. As waiving your right to anger will only make us weak beyond measure. I will not waive that right. But for now, I shall shelve my prejudices. Let's deal with the core city first, once and for all. Alright, looking forward to working with you, Dr. Calcit. If you're willing. I didn't think it would be this easy. Honestly, I was kind of expecting you to weave in some traps and pitfalls among your words. But what's the harm? Yeah, like I said, there's definitely implications the Doctor was not the nicest person prior to the memory loss. I look forward to working with you, Doctor. Alright, so what's the plan here? Oh, yeah! Which part of the plan are you asking about? First, we need a way into the core city. Rhodes Island does have its own way of doing things. Take a look at the report. I'll cover every part of the plan. 4 hours will trigger a small sandstorm in the path of Chernobog Core City. 10 a.m. in the wilderness. Number 1. Compressor number 1 powered. Number 2. Ammunition stockpile number 2 ready. Number 3. Wind pump number 3. Camouflage. Camouflage in place. Is the camo gonna work? The Chernobog Core City command tower has a wide line of sight. This won't work without camouflage. They didn't even try to hide the fact that Core City was basically designed as a warship. The Empire thrives through violence and conquest. Damn, so this is just how Empire vs. designs stuff? Designs put ideas into people's heads, and those ideas turn and influence design. Living in an environment like this will breed a natural hostility towards outsiders, sooner or later. It's not fair to ordinary Ursus civilians to paint them in such a broad brush. I'll grab the backup cables. But how many crimes did Ursus commit against my hometown? They'll never be able to wash the blood off their hands. Now they seek to use the infected to spark the next war, to justify even greater cruelty. Does not prove their brutality. They put the torches to our fields and choked our planet with ashes. They razed entire villages, leaving only charred corpses. They slaughtered the land itself, only rubble remains. Those are the ordinary Ursus civilians I know. Had they not supported the war, none of those things would have happened. I believe that was not the collective will of the purpose, but rather the manifestation of evil ideas. We're not fighting the people of Ursus, we are fighting evil itself. Firewatch? This may not be Casimira as we're standing on, but we still cannot those atrocities repeated. You know, for the longest time I thought Neril here was actually a centaur of some sort. I think that's because of how her dress is shaped. And I thought, oh hey cool, they've really got some neat designs in this game. I mean, they still do, I still believe that, but I won't lie, I was a bit disappointed to find out there are no centaurs in this universe to add on to the whole, you know, fantastical creatures here. It doesn't matter whether the enemy is Ursus or not. Reunion May call themselves Ursus or they may not, but we're not here to hurt the people. We're here to stop people from getting hurt. The Knights never helped us guerrillas. Our leaders waited years, but in the end, help never came. We fought to last alone until we were devoured by Ursus. Not many of us are still around to tell the tale. Who can I trust? How am I supposed to believe in the benevolence of Ursus's honest folk? I don't blame the Knights, especially not you, Nerl. But I keep thinking back to the time I spent fighting Ursus. I don't trust them, and I don't trust Casimir's either. That was a grave mistake on the part of the Casimir's Knights. A mistake they could not right. And they did not manage to protect Casimir's either. At the very least, we can fight side by side today, Firewatch. I didn't have the chance to help you back then, but this time we fight. Not for our homes, but to put an end to their atrocities. Even for only her support, I'm still prepared to fight for what I believe in, and to die for you as well. Die for someone else. Not all knights are like you. But I believe this is what a knight should be. There's no meaning in dying for someone else, Madam Firewatch. Let this battle be my apology for you, Operator Nerl. Anything else you need me to? Guard the area until my devices are fully operational. 4 hours ago. This is our disguise, then. There's so many major combat actions, infiltration is essentially required for our course of action. Every situation is different. Using the terrain to conceal your position is always a must. Sometimes it's snow, sometimes it's grassy plains, sometimes it's swamp. We have different techniques every time. Lungman here in the deserts and barren lands, so use sand to cover your tracks. That's the trick. Maybe we shouldn't totally rely on just one tactics. It's just a way to cover our tracks. Rhodes Island isn't about unilateral operations. Successful infiltration is the sum of a lot of moving parts. The information the Azazel Clinic gave us authenticated the Chernobog blueprints I have. That means we have a solid picture of what the core's lower city levels look like. When the time comes, we will enter through the drainage system in the Foundation, but we'll need bait. We can't hook our prey without bait. Same for the hunter. Yes, you're right. But given enough time, even the worst hunter can tell the difference between prey and bait. We'll have to stay out of sight long enough to prevent that. 10 a.m. You don't need us for this op, do you, Instructor? There isn't a good spot in the core city, and Reunion isn't exactly poorly equipped. They got casters too. Landing would be trucky. No need, just make it look like you're going to land, but keep circling the city. We didn't bring a tactical team. Not much we can do, just the two of us. Yeah, I didn't think of that. How did you not think of that? Just kidding, Instructor. Put the whip down. We got ourselves a wimp who flies the bad guy now, and this joker. Keep us up for half an hour, can't you? Not a problem. Just keep their attention. The Reunion element in the ruins knows we have aircraft. They can't be sure what their people in the core city might know. Rest assured, you're riding the good bull, and he's a lot noisier than the bad guy. Yeah, it'll be all eyes on us for a solid half hour. Just watch me, Instructor. Oh, my chat's not showing up. Hold on. Let me try something here. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can put on the top layer here. I can't believe it was showing in the background. I didn't realize it. I'm so embarrassed. Order chat behavior. There we are. Sorry about that. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, I kept the message from disappearing so that I could make sure I'd see them. I see a new skin that got a centaur on the background. Not sure if the skins are part of the lore. I have noticed that a lot of the skins and E2 upgrades to the operators has the animal they represent in the background, and that includes the full anthro characters like Ak, Y, Hung, and Lee, and I thought that's a pretty neat effect. Alright, careful now, don't get us shot down. Just sit back and relax, Instructor. I chauffeured Blaze and Ascalon around 100 times and we never got shot down on any of those low fights. Getting shot down is one thing. Core city streets. Huh? What's that up in the sky? They're flying? The enemy brought a new weapon? What country's that? Shoot it down. We don't know what they're carrying. We can't let it land. Panic. If it drops low enough, we'll light it up. Just don't let it out of your sight. What kind of safety features are on this thing? Are you afraid of heights, Instructor? A little. Don't worry. If something goes wrong, we won't have time to react. The crash will pulverize us. We won't even be able to identify our bodies. It's an equalizer. How can I not worry? I think he's still messing with Doberman there. Which makes sense. She's usually got a stick up her rear, so sometimes it's good to lighten the mood a bit. Yeah, we've managed to strike the enemy. They're convinced we're preparing to land. Begin the operation. Attention, combat operators. A smattering of enemies is approaching our position, likely recon team from the core. Our equipment's active. We won't let them ruin our plans. Madam Firewatch, cover me. Roger. Nice, we're getting to the action now. Guerrilla Fighter. Inspired by Patriot. Ooh. Guerrilla Hound. See. Alright, let's see here. Gummy down here. Alright, Gummy's gonna need the help here, so let's do it this way. Gummy can self-heal, so I'll put Perfumer here. Excellent. Excellent. Ambriel here for some additional support. Gunfire. Her skill charges pretty quickly, so I'll let her do that. Let's see. I do have Jay's module for the record, so he won't completely kill my, DP generation. Let's get all these three out and then retreat her. Lock here. Alright, use your ability there, Ambriel. Use this, and I think she'll survive, but let's find out. Nope! Whoops! Let's get Bagpipe to help out here. Alright, so I can get her to survive, but I'll need to remember I need Shining at the same time. Oops. Well, not a problem, I can do this. Alright. I guarantee you Cruz can survive it, I just need to make sure she has both Shining and Neon's buff active. Usually a guard or tank has no trouble surviving it, but... Gummy back here again. There we are. No leaks allowed, yeah. Shining. Here we are. Alright, use zero power there. Oh my. Ha! Gotcha. Oh crap, I forgot. If Neon's there, she can't buff. Oh dear. Well, no matter. Should do the trick. Alright, use skill 3 there. Bagpipe. That's just melting him, isn't it? Dang. Shoot. Guess I wasn't prepared for that at the end. Alright, no problem. I just need to be careful now. Where'd I go wrong? Alright, so it seems here the enemy is mostly, numerous. Actually, for this, that means I probably want Cruce's skill 2. The enemies here don't have particularly high defense, so the lack of a damage boost shouldn't be too painful. I might want someone with higher attack speed than Ambriel. Actually, there's no ranged enemies whatsoever, so I'll go ahead and bring Haze. I guess I do need DP in the end, so let's go with this, just so I can get the tanks out faster. Gorilla Hound. Boom. Slice and dice. Siege goes up here. The nice thing about Siege is our skill 2 is completely automatic, so I don't have to worry about it. Rather nice, I'd say. Gummy can go down here again. And of course, Cruz to help out. Need Neon back here. Get the tanks up here just to be safe. I don't need Jay there yet. Alright, this should do the trick. This is especially good because Neon's skill here can also add a 4th block to the tanks above and below her so I shouldn't get any more leaks this time. Should be fine here. Top might need a bit more help just because the bottom has 2 damage dealers. Tanks gain additional block. Use your thing. Oh damn it, that wasn't enough. Or rather, I was too late to activate it. Seems both art and physical. Art damage and physical damage is fine. I just need to activate everyone's skills before that point. Because I genuinely... Okay. Yeah, because if I get some ramp-up time with Cruz and Ak, I can definitely get these going. So let's give it a go. How embarrassing. But this is why we're learning. Alright, you two generate DP. Get back here. Cruz. Saria up here. Up. I messed that up. Yeah, I needed to put the tanks down a bit sooner there. I thought maybe I could hold off a bit, but I'm not sure why I thought that. As we saw the final wave, and there's no ranged enemies whatsoever, so no one's gonna hit any of my ranged units. W? Oh yeah, I could bring W too. I have... Oh, whoop. Bluey. Yeah, I should probably make this a lot easier. As nice as J is, ranged units are probably the way to go here. Where is she? She's near the top, isn't she? Yeah, she is. We also know she can survive Ox buff, but I wanted to get Cruz there because Cruz... The reason because after performing 40 attacks, Cruz's skill has her start hitting enemies 4 times per hit instead of 2. So if she gets Ox buff active, she will absolutely be a machine gun. Yes, kaboom, indeed. Alright, so top row will be Kablooey. Bottom row will be a machine gun. Haha. Here we are. On here. Here we are. That's skill 2, right? Yes, it is. Up here. I'll wait until those get used up before retreating siege. Time. And alright, we'll see how this works. And we'll go ahead and do this here. Oh, nice, she can fit far enough to get all the way over there. And let's wait for a skill to finish loading so I can use that. Alright, it's time to start getting ready. Can she survive? Yep. Cruz can survive, and you know what that means. Oh, look at Cruz go! Holy crap! She's clearing them faster than they're coming! Look at that! I love it! And there we are, the last 4 enemies. Kablooey and machine gun. Now that's a good combo.
Mission accomplished.
Dang, that wasn't even close that time. What's the challenge mode mission for this? All enemies have increased movement speed. Oh no! Let's see here. Any other good multi-hitters? Need more kaboom next time. Or seems that way. Honestly, I should really just replace, Actually, I could bring Suzerain here, because her skill 3 will make that... Okay, yeah, we'll bring Suzerain this time. But I do, in general, I think we've got this. No matter how fast the enemy is, if Suzerain's skill 3 is active, they're going slow-mo. Oh yeah, they're a lot faster this time around. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. Yeah, this is clearly just trying to overwhelm me with pure numbers. Neon? Here we go. Saria here for some extra defense. That's a good boost. Alright, here we go. But going a little longer. Alright, let's go here then. That should help make the last one a bit easier. Oh yeah, much easier. Look at that. Alright. Not Aki yet. Add an extra defense, add plus defense, add ability, add buff. Yeah, look at that. These guys are being completely cleaned up. I love it. And there we go. challenge mode even easier than before, with even more kaboom. Ha. Nice, I see Fame Promise. First, reunion members patrol the passages. Alright, what kind of mission is this? Ooh. They're all coming down the middle, and I'm not allowed to deploy anyone in a place that would make that easy. Okay, this is definitely a suzerain map, that's for sure. Yeah, this is fine. I'll change it up if I need to. But for the moment, we're going to be doing this. Alright, let's see here. Which direction are they coming from first? I think they might actually make it, so yeah, this way. Oh, at the same time, oh my. And we'll bring the two vanguards at two ends here. Let's see here, where can I get... she won't cover there, but... I think if I place her here or here... Yeah, I can get the ones in the middle there, too. Here. I think if I put W here, she can also hit most of these areas as well. Oh yeah, she can. Looks like 70 enemies, so yeah, there's gonna be a decent spam. It might be useful to have her. Guerrilla Sniper attacks 2 targets at once, inspired by Heralds and Patriots. I'm so used to Sunflower Start, seeing 2 Pioneers is kind of weird. Yeah, I guess I'm just so used to having using Vanguards as both proper Vanguards and also the oh crap, I forgot I need a healer here. Sorry, Suzerain, I almost screwed you over. I can also have Neon here, I guess, or over there on the opposite end. Let's do this then. Myrtle's some silly, yeah. Oh yeah. The only flag bearer I have is Myrtle, who I do use often. It's just like I said, I'm so used to using Vanguards for both guard duty and Vanguard duty that I'm just used to just pairing these two together here like that. I guess I can put Gummy here so she can also heal. Oops. Well, fine, you're getting the Arc treatment. I guess I can retreat her. I can probably retreat her, but... she doesn't reach far enough, unfortunately. Alright, I can't activate that without someone to shoot. I should have put him with skill 1 with that in mind. Skill 1 for Arc is actually a genuinely strong ability. I can tell the classification Merlin was such. I believe they're called standard bearers. I can check after this mission, actually. Alright, here comes what I'm going to guess is a large amount here. Foes here, yeah. As long as Arc has people to shoot at regularly, he's got decent self-sustain. Of course I get a leak. Well, no matter. I think officially the game calls them standard bearers, but I'm used to them calling them flag bearers because that's what the fan base used to call them. Let's check. And guards. Yeah, standard bearer. And, right, Ak, we're gonna need you at skill 1 here. And I think that should be okay. Well, no, Perfumer, as nice as her universal one is, let's get someone with some range. Calcit would make things a bit too easy. Let's try a 5-star. Silence should be good. Trying to avoid too many 6 stars. That Black Knight, though. Yeah, I went pretty hard for Lee, but I only got the Blue Lady, and I also got and a lot of Black Knight along the way. I ended up with about 255 total summons before my supplies ran out, and I didn't want to spend any money, so yeah, unfortunately I was really close to getting Lee, but no cigar. At least the good news is he's main pool, so he can theoretically show up later. There we are. Gorilla Sniper. Wait until that one's in range. Now, there. 3 slices. Ock. Neon should be fine here then. Ox skill 1 is just a simple double attack speed, but dang does it really allow for a lot of both damage and stall. His 3 made Frostnova look like a child. Yeah, Lee is practically immune to status effects. And he can really hold off a good wave of enemies if you know what to do. My understanding is operators always target the unit closest to the blue box, so there we are. Suzerain should prevent those red dogs from being a problem this time around. Meanwhile, Ock will go ahead and machine gun them to death. Yeah, I'm glad I chose to put W there. There we are. Okay, good. That worked better than I expected, honestly.
Mission accomplished.
Nice. Back in the story. 6 a.m. We won't have much time after we take out that recon team. You're right, we're on a tight schedule. The operators aren't going to climb the city from the sand. We can do that sometime. We do that sometimes, but the core city's on the move. It'll be hard to get to the foundation levels. The operators stand in the sand and wait for the city to pass over them. Both height and speed are going to be an issue. If they can't open the maintenance hatches and waste chutes on the underside, our distraction or camouflage aren't worth anything. So our 5 teams will take a vehicle and use the cover of the sandstorm to approach the city, then employ special equipment to climb into the city superstructure. We only sent 5 teams. We're in no hurry to get the attention of the local Ursus brass. And we wouldn't want them to send out an attack ship to smash Rhodes Island, the wilderness, and kill our employees either. If they did that, you wouldn't see a single report on it on any newspaper. The bankers' insurance executives will quickly cross out your name and shove that lucre in their own nest eggs. No one will speak of you. No one wants to upset Ursus. Our neutrality gives us some freedom to move in the cracks between forces, and but that also means we can't be backed by any power. We survive by working secret, just like we went sent those teams to save you. 5 teams. Leave tracks, cover the tracks. Objective complete, objective failed. No matter what, Rhodes Island only ever deploys 5. Even if they're not enough. Even for a city-state like Lungmen, wiping us out would be a trifle. You saw the LGD. They're as strong as any country's special forces. They certainly have a pharmaceutical company beat. Why do they need us then? Because it's about the infected. Rhodes Island has departed Lungmen and we're bearing on the next trade port at 5 kilometers per hour. We'll be in the wilderness for a few weeks before we get there. Aside from some nearby Rhodes Island communications specialists and trusted vessels, no one will pick up our signal. Plot a course around the nomadic cities, known paths. Even if Lungman decides to betray us, they won't be able to find us. That's not enough, is it? Need to be sharper. Right, we need something else to tip the scales. Boy, that dog one. Yeah. She says that, but oh well, indeed. The both of you turn pretty gloomy, huh? I know how serious this is, but you don't have to smile like that, do you? Amia, did I smile? I know you did. Your lips may not have moved, but I could feel it. Yeah, Calcis seems to have the Byleth face, where I guess, for an easy example, where it's just kind of a neutral expression at all times. So here we are. Yay! Alright, no, I don't have to. I have to say this. I do not intend to rebuild any sort of relationship with this person. Yeah, that's the one I would have picked anyway. Myself, Amia, and 3 of our elite operators will lead the 5 teams. We have 3 combat teams, 1 recon, 1 special ops. You may want to meet the leader. You may want to meet the leader of one of those teams. Probably a good idea to get everything in order. Montes, wait. Oh, Blaze, you're badly wounded. Why are you here? You should go back. Go on. Are you going to Sortie this time? Yes. I'll get someone to replace you. How about Misery? He's better at assault ops than you. He'll wave his hand and it'll be all done. Let's have him go. You don't want me to go? Yeah, you shouldn't. You give me a weird feeling, Blaze. This isn't like those missions you went on before, because I might die. Hey, watch it. You can't just come out and say it like that. Too young for such a dangerous mission. It's not right. But Amiya is going too. That's because she's like me, infected and an operator of Rhodes Island. And I checked the logs. Ace and Scout are both in Chernobog. They didn't come back. That means they're gone. I want to see what happened. I want to see who's running Reunion. I want to know who did that. I want to know what happened to Ace and Scout. Rosmontis, you don't have to record that kind of stuff, Blaze. Shit, what the hell am I saying? No, sorry, I should have said that. Damn my big mouth, but their deaths say, Blaze? I'm the one who's wrong. We have happy memories and painful ones. You have to remember them both. You're weird, Blaze. Your words are scattered and broken. I don't want to see you hurting so much. Why do you have to look back at them? You can let go of those. You can put them there, leave them here, don't look back. If I don't look, what's the point of recording them? If I don't look, they're forgotten. I won't forget. I definitely won't forget a single death. You're right, you're like me, you're Rhodes Island Elite Operator. I recall Ace was also a pretty popular character for someone who only appeared in the tutorial area, but then didn't make it to the end. I bet I can't go in your place, really. You're bleeding again. It's fine. I'll take you. Montes, you and Amia, look after yourselves. Right, I will. Yeah, the 2 cats are. Do I have to meet her? Dr. Alex, Rhodes Island's elite operators, for whatever reason, dedicate their talent and energy to the Rhodes Island project. The teams they bring with them fully support their work because our elite operators, to a certain degree, can directly determine how we use a certain tactic. But not all of them are exactly as we imagine them. You've met elite operator Blaze, Doctor. There are a lot of rumors about her. Maybe you haven't heard. Truth is, they're a little exaggerated. Rumor is she holds hands with people. But everyone has a different impression. But Doctor, I think you're capable of understanding her choices. Judging by your reaction, you may have already met the one we're talking about. Oh, huh? Oh, then we're okay? Anything I should know? That's the basic plan. Honestly, it's practical. A plan's a plan, and operation's an operation. But the operation is what matters. A plan is just a basic outline of an operation, and a misstep during an operation can shatter a plan. Hope we don't have any bad omen specialists here. Oof, indeed, yeah. Uh-oh, that ain't good. We have a problem. Dust density is still too low. This isn't gonna work with that light angle. We're in the open here. If they look down from the bridge, I might spot us before we're fully operational. But we can't cover the machine any more than it already is. If we block the airflow, we won't get enough current to kick up the dust. What do we do? Should we be moving back? Might not have the time there. I'll take care of it. Firewatch, keep an eye out. Tell me which way to adjust. Katie, what are you doing? Fixing the angle of the light, of course. To mitigate the suffering of the world, I believe even the sun itself will bow to me. Oh, they're gonna try and blind the sensors. Ooh, is that in the dune, Neural? They're not saddling up and not falling back? What's she doing? Meditating? Poising? Is she posing there? No, what's that light? Her body's glowing? Oh no, too bright? Thanks, Captain. Thanks for covering my eyes. It'd be great if you weren't squeezing like you wanted to crush my skull. What is she doing? Oh, she's okay? Well, you say that, Captain, but that light's brighter than the sun. What is she up to? No way, she's pulling in all the light around us? Captain, all the light's starting to form together. I know, I'm just saying, could anyone but the Radiant Knight do something like this? Captain, look at the shadows of the sand dunes. Can you even tell what time of day it is? Just trying to brighten the mood here. Once we kick up that sandstorm, we won't be able to see the shadows, right? Oh, shutting up, fine. Sorry. Fine, shutting up, sorry. Take us up. We got some weird colored balls clipping us. Don't be scared. Instructor, Reunion casters aren't good enough to shoot us down. We're just a distraction. We need to put on an air show for Reunion. Put on a good show and Reunion might just surrender, huh? Isn't that what they call a show of force? Aerial acrobatics isn't a show of force. Hold on tight, Instructor. I need a barf bag. Poor Doberman. Shining altar, please, please. It has been implied Shining is actually really ridiculously physically strong, but the fact she's a healer is a rather interesting thing. Then again, Gaviel was the same, and my clairvoyance tells me that we will eventually get an alt for Gaviel that is more physical oriented, so who knows? Device fully operational. Amiya, we're ready to move. Roger. Drivers, maintain a steady speed. Check your maps, use the sandstorm to cover your approach to the core city until you're ranged. Deploy boarding gear. Engage. The sand will cover our tracks. Remember your protective gear and don't let sand into our sensitive equipment. But I can see the sun. Why is sunlight breaking the sandstorm? The underside of the core city is so clear, it's like arts. Wait, that wasn't part of the plan. Is that natural light? Don't worry about it. Roger that. Grappling hooks, prepare to fire. Operators, make sure the cables are securely fastened to the underside of the city. Once all of our operators are aboard, the vehicles will depart at once. I don't usually say things like this, but I'm pretty sure the light right now is a good omen for us. Definitely. I made it a little too intense and had to aim it at the ground, but let's not tell her that part. Hold on, the core city's speeding up. Our machines are wind-driven, but they can keep the sandstorm up within a 1 kilometer range. If they break that range, they'll spot us for sure. Hurry up, everyone. Alright, we're on at the clock here. You don't want me to spoil that. I know about Gabriel, don't worry. Gabriel Alter, don't worry. That's why I was memeing about it. We're out of time, we have to slow down. If we drive out the sandstorm, Chernobog's optical detection system will pick us up right back after the whole op. How many people do you have left? Hurry up, and there aren't any left. Huh? Silent. They put on a dust mask. It's too dangerous, Doctor. You've never had an operator training. We can't send you in there alone. Didn't Calcit operate field supports? Huh. Maybe she thought I could use some exercise myself. I did. Me. Calcit grabbed my wrist with one arm, grabbed by the waist with one arm, pulled you to the zip line with the other. Seize your own fate next time, Doctor. The sandstorm was ferocious, with the arm holding you very hard. You couldn't be certain it belonged to Calcit. All squads, take your positions. There's no room for error in the operation to come. And 30, Core City Foundation. Yeah, this is definitely a sign of someone breaking in here. Confirm 1 infiltrator. We can't be sure if the bloodstain over there is Reunion's or someone else's. It hasn't turned yet. Could very well be Officer Chen's. We have to hurry. Oh, Doctor. Glad you made it here safe. I had help. You were this close to losing me. Huh? That dangerous, huh? Did you get hurt, Doctor? I'm fine. Let's go. Just some psychological trauma. Oh dear. Small fry isn't even close to quelling my hunger. Tutorial, eh? Alright, this is a fixed scenario. Focused strike. TR7. Rhodes Island on a certain day. This is a training exercise. We'll simulate a situation where communications are jammed and practice operating under these conditions. Amiya will also be assisting you. Let's all step up and learn how the enemy fights. The enemy's guerrilla forces are here. Get ready. That enemy's experienced guerrilla fighter? Jessica, I'll stop him first. Got it. I'll make sure you stay healthy. Don't let nerves get to you. It'll affect your ability to make decisions. Guerrilla sniper attacks 2 at once, inspired by a herald or by patriot. Oh my. Alright, so that's... yeah. Incoming. New enemy is a guerrilla herald. And he uses an encrypted language to relay messages to the troops. Why does it feel like enemies are coming harder now? Hold on a bit longer, Beagle. I'll go take care of the new enemy. While on the battlefield, heralds will continuously issue tactical commands of squad members. After receiving these commands, some enemies will even use special abilities. Look, this guerrilla sniper is shooting 2 of our operators at the same time. However, remember that even if these heralds are the heart of the enemy's guerrilla warfare tactics, they're also a weak point we can exploit. The lightweight equipment and empathizes mobility also makes them the least protected of all the guerrilla forces. Two heralds are here now. Through a coordinated exchange of tactics, the strength and effect of their commands has been amplified, and other enemies have become even stronger than before. Just gotta think hard and come up with a way to fight against them. Too hard to deal with these heralds. I don't think I can handle this. Valantha, let's go help Jessica. Prioritize taking out the special enemies and create an advantage for our battle line. Understood. Jessica, hang in there. I'll help you deal with them. I can't put anyone ranged here, so it has to be here, which means... there we go. Alright, so this is to introduce the mechanic. I've run into it in some events prior to now, but good to have some exact specifications on how it works. Now let's see here. Alright, I didn't do challenge mode of this one. Or do I want to? What is challenge mode exact? DP cost of range units is doubled. Maybe I'll do that one later then. And let's see here. Ooh. But there's burning tiles here. If those detonate, I might be able to do something interesting. But I have to protect two fronts, and that's gonna be... He'll be fine, he's always at 0 sanity. I think I might want ground units for this one. Yeah, if the enemies are gonna be this rough, I think it might be worth bringing an A-lister. Not Silver Ash, though. Thorns. Thorns should be good. And I should probably bring someone instead of W. Again, a melee unit. J should be good. Bring Suzerain. Unfortunately, there's not many areas that a slower look... I can bring her if it ends up not working. Chernobog Underground Race, 10:30. Were you waiting for me here? Yes. It took me a long time to find you. We'll begin the operation after we finish collecting all the environmental information. Before that, it'll benefit to hear exactly what's going on inside Chernobog's core city. Ami's a bit tied up on the scene, so she won't be able to join this discussion. You've already read the information in the briefing, but that kind of information is not good enough for a mind like yours. Oh, I thought I chose him. Glad to see him as more than a battlefield commander. Say it, no need to stare so much. But skip the chatter, we don't have much time. Rhodes Island and the LGD worked together to take down Reunion and neutralize forces controlled by Mephisto and Crown Slayer. After that, Reunion's deployments in Lungmen fell apart completely. Ami reported to me that you had a difficult fight with Frost Nova, and effective serving as Reunion leader of a special squad at the bottom. The battle ended in your victory. I wouldn't call that a victory. I understand. According to data, you had the cooperation of our operators when you brought the enemy's body back for treatment. I don't consider her an enemy. Doctor, distinguish your friends from your foes. No, you might get the wrong idea, but you must hear me out. I am not trying to blame you, Doctor. Amiya told me that what happened between you and the enemy commander, only those who were there at the time have information to decide what to do. I don't have the right to overreach and criticize her judgment. You try to understand the motives, you were willing to bear the consequences for the things she, Frost Nova, had done. That's what you did. If you plan to use your methods for the sake of suffering of this world, make sense of the suffering, I have no reason to blame you. I am even willing to vouch for you before the operators of Rhodes Island, Doctor. Make your own decisions. I'll try not to interfere. After that, I'll determine the part of the responsibility that belongs to Rhodes Island. Your powers and responsibilities complement one another. Distinguish enemies from your friends. Those are your words, not mine. Really want to breathe as one. You really want siding with me? I never said that. More accurately, Frost Nova and her Yeti squad were a guerrilla team of elite infected. Right now, there are still 2 elite forces Reunion still able to mobilize, and those guerrilla warriors are the first. The second is the Sarkaz mercenary, W, and her team of sellswords. According to my intel, W used some underhanded tactics, seized leadership of the Sarkaz working with Reunion. We don't have time to go over what should be common historical knowledge, but let me say this frankly, Sarkaz mercenaries are unreliable, a problem for W faces just as much as Reunion. Sarkaz mercenaries are unlike normal agency mercenaries. They are overflowing military might of Kazdel, splitting out across the land. Trying to control them is an act of folly. It will only anger the forces backing them. You seem to have a pretty deep understanding. I haven't even gotten the important part. The point is, the infected guerrillas of the Yeti Squad are completely different from the mercenaries. There are no similarities between them in their form, organization, behavior, or creed. Before joining Reunion, they were an independent guerrilla force of infected, and their prestige was greater among certain groups than that of Reunion. And before they formed that guerrilla force, they used to be part of the mighty Ursus military, the guerrillas of the Northwest Tundra. I'm not sure where you learned that piece of information, Doctor, but color me impressed. Though that piece of information itself is basic, I'm relieved you're able to proactively gather intelligence on your own. Why do I feel like you're poking fun at me? I only give you what you deserve. We've arrived at the foundations of the industrial sector. Next, we'll lead 3 teams to the complex underground passages and take the sewer pipes to the industrial later and come up the heart of the city. Be aware that any enemies you see patrolling are not the ordinary Reunion thugs you're used to fighting. We will meet rigorously trained soldiers, Reunion soldiers trained in the tactics of Ursus' own army by guerrillas. Our recon operators discovered the communication networks have been forcefully cut off from the city. Rather, it seems Reunion didn't even try to maintain these channels. This is a severe constraint upon modern-day squads who rely on most common methods of communication. What this means is Reunion either already has some special way of communicating, or they simply aren't prepared to fight. Based on what we saw in Chernobog, I don't expect the second scenario. However, if communication is cut off, the lower-ranking Reunion members won't receive direct commands. Most of the time, expect them to act independently. I fear they won't know signals they cannot receive, a signal that only countries and city-states can distinguish, one that marks the territory of Ursus. A terrible storm is brewing in the city. Chaos, whatever caused accidentally or deliberately, will permeate everywhere like thick smoke. They're a step ahead of me, and the seeds have already been sown. What's your conclusion? Conflict is brewing with Reunion. How can you be so sure? I've seen the same thing unfold countless of times across this land. Is there something you're not telling me? I've said pretty much everything I need to. As for the rest, we'll cross those bridges when we come to them. During Calcit's personal event, it was revealed she seems to be a bit different from the average kitty. By that, she seems to be almost ageless in some form. And she was pretty spoken riddles to the other people there, so this seems to just be how she is. It's not just tied to how she treats the doctor themselves. Although I guess if I'm the doctor, then yeah, himself is fine. Even if we're just preparing for war, the efficiency still matters. Please help me notify the members of Team R4. She old. We old. Oh, don't remind me, but yes. Have them take these devices. Hold on. Is there a problem? Don't these belong to Rosemontis? Yes, you seem to know more about Rosemontis than the conversation you had in the unit indicated. I saw her getting ready to fight. Never expect to use devices like this. Every operator has a considerable amount of strength. We expect them to take charge. So you haven't had the time to understand how Rosemontis fights. But just to get this out of the way, there are some things they should not be shouldering alone. As field commander, a necessary part of your job is to help relieve the pressure on those operators. In this upcoming battle, you may make some shocking discoveries. Okay, now you're intentionally trying to get my mind going. Very few people aren't shocked after watching Rosemontis fight. Make sure you're ready for it. I do not have Rosemontis, but I know she's pretty popular. Doctor or Alex, you're here. We've intercepted the enemy patrol squad, steadily handling the situation. Has the fighting started already? Doctor, your position there is kind of tricky. I think you'll probably want to move. I just got here. Right there, behind you. Doctor, it's really dangerous to stand next to her. Enemy. Rosemontis? Enemy. Doctor. Those are the ones who kill my family. Enemies. Rosemontis, what happened? Doctor, step aside, get out of the way. I'm not like Amiya. Amiya's arts could go around her friends and strike her enemies, but not me, I cannot. So don't stand between me and my fight. Ah, that girl, the one carrying the box, what's going on? Going with my eyes, I can't see anything. My eyes, my face, it hurts. Something's crushing my head. No, it's been a long time since I've crushed anyone to death. The swords. Rosemontis? I don't want you in my memories. Any of you. You will never... shame they never said that they will only never become just a memory. Biological warfare. Here we are. Alright, let's get her up. Here we are. can probably put Saria back here as emergency. Alright, this means the next mission's gonna have some, enemies that I'm not going to like seeing. Yeah, I expected that. On the battlefield inspires all enemies. Crews, take them out, will you? There we are. Oh my, there's a bit too many enemies here. Let's help him out a bit, shall we? I have no idea why they buffed Bagpipe. She did not. She was really good even before her module, and now she's absolutely incredible. Puppy party, indeed. I can put Gummy here for any assisted healing if necessary. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Excuse me, Jay, could you please take care of him, please and thank you? I don't need to worry about Jay because he has self-healing. I love how it goes from his regular expression to a smile when his skill activates. Little touches like that just make this game feel so much better. Alright. Now, does that kill? Oh no, it doesn't, because he has skill 1. Whoops. Not a big deal, and I forgot to activate his skill there. There we are. Alright, that was easy.
Accomplished.
Bloodied, torn, pierced. My. Well, this isn't right. Us, enemies, people. Wailing, screaming, groaning. Well, I can't take this anymore. If you have a question, ask. Doctor, is this your first time seeing Responses fight? No, it's hard to watch. I'll handle it. You tend to the wounded enemies who can't fight anymore. Also, among them are communications personnel relaying orders intelligence. If they're allowed to escape, it puts our whole operation at risk. Roger. How old is she anyway? 14. And you're letting her do all that. People, please let me through. What happened here? I just finished the doctor. What? Doctor? Did you call me? I sent you how to fight. Sent you. Doctor. You should not have to suffer through this. Why would they let you do this? Hey, I did. What are you talking about? I chose to fight. I want to fight. There are some feelings I can only experience on the battlefield. I mean, I do have an easy button on my team. It's named Thorns. Protecting my friends and family is the only way I can feel complete. Rhodes Island needs me. The world's calling my name to prevent more people like me from coming into it. Still, though, that's pretty awful. Does death care that I am a child? Would war or disease spare someone since they are a child? When Ami or I stand the battlefield, who looks at us and thinks children? We're monsters, aren't we, Doctor? No, Doctor. No, Doctor. It doesn't matter what I am, I just want to make a difference with my family. Do you know us, Scout? I remember... I know Ace. It's already been a few days since I watched any of their materials. I've forgotten a lot, but I only forgot. I'm not like you, Doctor, who threw away everything. It was Montis. No, I didn't mean that, but you get it, Amia. I get it, but don't say it like that. Fine. I lost bits and pieces of things, pictures and words. Those feelings I can't say, only Amiya can understand. They never truly left me. Doctor, I feel like you're complicated, even more than they say. They say I'm complicated too. Some of them are scared of me, some say I shouldn't be like this. They don't know why I'm like this. They don't know what I've been through. Why does my heart ache? Why do I want to cry now of all times? Even though I can't remember anything, why are my eyes still sore? Why are my lips dry? We'll have to stay in the corridor, and why hasn't it been clean? Why do I feel disgust, but wonder from looking at bugs? What happened during the time I can no longer remember? Why do these emotions keep welling up within me? Every opera I feel has their own unique differences. When I lose them, those feelings also disappear, but why do we even have these? Why the tears flow up? Did I already forget? Rosemontis never wanted me to take her feelings away. Sudden urges belong to her no matter what they are. They belong only to her. I can't interfere with them. As long as Romantis still has hope somewhere inside her, I won't do that. Because it's up to her to choose what to do. She can also choose to forget. To truly forget. I don't know much about her. Doctor, Rose Island has a strict screening process. Many of them apply for combat roles and reject most. We look at lots of different metrics to see if an operator is fit for combat. Combat, tactical aptitude, discipline, and physical fitness are all important, but that barely scratches the surface. People often have difficulty trusting one another when they're on an actual mission. Rosemontis is here because she trusts our orders and objectives, and we trust her abilities and judgment. Please believe me, Doctor. No, believe in us. You're slowly beginning to see the colors of our emotions. Doctor, thank you for fighting alongside Blaze. You don't have to thank me. Blaze needs more people fighting alongside her, and I want to see her smile. I want to see you too. I want to see one ace, and the one ace and Scout always talked about. Here you are. You found me this time. She uses heavily machinery to quickly and effectively destroy the enemy, while at the same time exhibiting astonishing self-control and adeptness. Rosemontis is one of Rhode Island's greatest annihilation specialists. As such, the way she treats people and the way she speaks may worry you. The way she fights and its contrast with her appearance, it is indeed very cruel. Blaze is running around with her chainsaw may be easier to accept. Actually, come to think of it, Blaze running around with a chainsaw is also kind of messed up if you think about it. But the destruction of Romantis takes the field is much harder to watch. If it will help you sleep at night, I can make you a promise. It will help at all. If it will help at all. Rosemontis almost never kills. Her tactics seem to singularly aim for that outcome. She actually focuses on disabling combat abilities. Pick last battle, all the enemies were disarmed, not a single one died. She also has much more control over weapons than she once did. Of course, whether or not we can keep prisoners alive depends entirely on our ability to destroy Reunion's leadership. Only then will we be able to destroy rescue teams, send rescue teams to this core city. Sometimes we must use lethal force, sometimes loss of life is inevitable. You still look disturbed. Is it beyond your ability to accept? Doesn't make sense, I guess. You might not be able to accept the truth either. Her terrifying Originium arts is an incredible perception are not the only reasons why Rosemontis is an elite operator. She demonstrates these qualities because she became an elite operator. We made our judgment not on whether or not to send her in a battle, but how disastrous the consequences might be if we didn't let her become a fighter like this. What kind of consequences? Worst case scenario, her arts will leak out from her body and push her to kill, subconsciously or otherwise. Humans kill each other has become a normal state of things. Even so, most people still hold their weapons and staves themselves. Whether or not someone has lost their sense of self can still be called a person is another topic I'm not interested in discussing. Yeah, that's a bit out of the scope right now, but humanity grapples with the extent and manifestation of the problem. When you deprive a human being of their sentience, what's left? What is created? When that creation deprives us of our lives, who is at fault? Is Twitch having issues? Is it? The one who created the weapon, the one who used the weapon, or the one who treats the weapon? I'll figure it out myself as we move on to the next battle. Darn it. And just when the story's getting interesting with Calcit's philosophy talk. By the way, issues of her age, Amiya puts on an air of maturity may have had you fooled. A young creature known as a deadly weapon won't be seen as an ordinary child just because she looks young, not to mention all that we've seen through. What you need. It's time to head to the surface. Huh. My Twitch studio doesn't mention any frame drops at all, and no frame drops either. Weird. No frame drops and no slow frames. Weird. What about Ami? Is she a weapon too? You can ask her yourself. This is something you should hear from her. That's Warfarin. Calcit, stop right there. Warfarin, I was just leaving. Whatever it is, make it quick. You know the prophecy, don't you? There's nothing you don't know. Prophecy. Is that not why you allowed Amiya to go? Amiya is the commander of the operation as well, the one who suggested it. With as young as Amiya is, how could she command? Warfarin, how long has it been since we left Kaz? Precise, or I'm leaving. 2 months? Warfarin, stop joking around. I know what you mean, and she's growing up. Yes, Warfarin, time flies. Age progression and Crosses and vampires are radically different. It's been 3 years since we left Kazdel. Oh, codices. That's the rabbit species. It may feel like a short time to you, but Amiya has matured quite a bit. Answer my first question, the prophecy. The last wind will die at the hands of the Lord of Fiends. Correct, I'm familiar with the guerrilla group and their leader. I'm certain it's him. The prophecy was the son of Hortek. Traitor to Sarkaz and disreputable end of the bloodline will be executed by lords of Sarkaz. Some prophecy, whether or not there's any extension of their bloodline, there's still many of these people living their lives in Columbia and Ursus. That is, if a few dozen can be called many. And considering the context of the time, you could view it as a threat. Many did not want to see them leave Kazdel. It wasn't to either of us who said it, and yet since you remember it, you must have found it important, no? Are you getting old? Since when do you believe in prophecies and Sarkaz witchcraft? Old me? I contradict Oreopathy. Death is always here with me, waiting for the right time to strike. Or far, and my life is no doubt much shorter than you. Hey, must you be so morbid? I'm not a little girl. Full closure. I won't let you keep skirting around the topic. The issue raised is quite morbid. Never mind. Hear me, Calcid. Many others may not say as much as you, but I will. He's one of the very few left among us. I'm not a bleeding heart, no goody-goody. Busybody, but we are Sarkaz. I am a vampire, and the old man Wendigo, but we are the same. This world is a tough place for Sarkaz. I hope we can return to Kazdel if possible, or come with us. I'm not Warfarin, not Sarka. Do you refuse? No. I'll do what I can, even if I remember him. Your promise is stronger than anything. Don't get your hopes up this will be easy. But this time you'll be there. As long as Dr. Calcit makes her best effort, I'll accept the outcome. Maybe you haven't heard, but that your proposal came too late. Some things have already unfolded, and rather unfortunately. Some time ago, an infected clinic called Azazel traded information with us. All the information about the one in Reunion's service. What's more, you should know this well. Anyone who stands against the most brutal blade in Ursus will soon learn whether it tastes the salt or rust. Nobody will knowingly place our operators in danger. Some patients' days are numbered, but that number depends on the doctor treating them. It's all up to us. It is all up to us. I told you before, you may have forgotten. I won't discipline you for it, but I may do something to put an end to it once and for all. You are not to say I'm frightening, Warren. We've been over this. Do not under any circumstances, even at Rhodes Island, speak of the Lord of Fiends, ever. Wait. All hands at ease. Rosmontis, am I getting this right? Yes, I felt it too. Doctor, something unexpected happened here. What is it? Not totally sure, but Core City might be slowing down. Oh, was Chen successful? Almost return. None shall disobey the rules. I'd like to keep going, but I do have to do something with a buddy later, or on a stream later tonight. So I think for now I'm gonna go with Contingency Contract 8 a bit. Now what's with this one? Howling Desert? Now let's see, what's the main one? We're brave. Those are the gator creatures. Oh dear. All enemies gain 80 attack. That one seems less frustrating. Rebel Stomp. Deep Infiltration. I can take this one. Alright, I'm gonna need an A-lister team for this. Who's a mage I can take? Who's gonna be helpful? Golden Glow might be fun. Alright, let's take Golden Glow. I like how each contingency contract has its own theme here. Yeah, it's a shame League completely drained all my resources. I couldn't even try for I couldn't even try to get it. I couldn't even try to get Golden Goblin on the free 5 parts, and this is arts. I'm gonna need mages, lots of them. Where's Asia? Where's Asia? I know she's up here. She's Elite 2. I know for a fact I made her Elite 2. Or is she already on the squad and I didn't notice? Oh, she is already in the squad and I didn't notice. But you know who isn't and I need to add? Myrtle.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
Estelle's pretty good for an AoE guard, so let's go with that. Thorns is overpowered in every scenario he's put in, so let's go with him. Thing is high defense, but Jay's pretty strong for his star weight. So Ifrit's good for this map. Oh, you're right. Can't believe I forgot that. Where's my Ifrit? Here she is. Where's a good Ifrit spot? I could put her here. Put her next to the blue box to go to the right. I could put her at the bottom there. In fact, the bottom might actually be worthwhile just because I need to... Okay, yeah, I think I've got a strategy going here. I still want to bring Golden Glow, however. She has global range with her special ability. It does split her damage a bit more than I'd like, but she also slows, which is going to be quite nice.
Let's go! Good scenery here, Doctor. We're counting on you again today, little apple. I'll do my best.
How hard do these guys hit? Alright, not too bad.
Can I please stay back? Oh, another around it, guys.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, Golden Glow is a good one to bring. Let's see if Thorns can kill that thing before the timer. I don't think he can, honestly, but it's worth a try at the very least.
Another around it, guys.
Let's get Calcid in here.
Another around it, guys.
Crap, I couldn't block it. And I also forgot to activate Calcid's skill. How frustrating. Yeah, that's not going to help any, is it? Oh crap, we lost Calcid. Snipers are a real problem. That's not going to work. Buddy. Hello, 70 Sept. Sorry, I was a bit caught up there. But we do know... Let's see here. Yeah, I was really focusing. Let me guess, it requires the other one. Yes, it does. I could take out all these three and simply take this one for an 8, but the problem is that means all enemies have additional attack, which is going to be nasty. Then again, if I just use my broken operators, I could theoretically do this. This also means I could leak up to 2. Okay. Shining might be worth having, but I don't know about 100%, 30% Braves. Yeah, I'm not sure I want those, but at the same time I could leak them. Yeah, Sandstorm one's a huge pain. Yeah, it is. I remember I've been this before, but infiltration's annoying. But I do at the same time, I do. It's not like I don't have the operators to handle it. Ritualists are gonna be a pain in the ass, but I think I might be able to do this. All right, let's grab Golden Glow again and see how we can do this. I'll bring. Maybe I should even bring more vanguards.
Let's go! I'm here to help! Whew! Don't gather around me, guys!
No, I need damage to kill those things first.
I'll do my best. Stay back!
No good. I don't earn enough DP in time. If I have the DP, I might be able to manage the healing a bit better, or I could just do all of these. It is a bit frustrating to deal with all enemies buffed that much, though. But then again, if I have the DP, actually have DP, we'll give this a try then. I can do the daily challenge mission solo if I need to.
Let's go!
Alright, here we are.
Good scenery here, Doctor. Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple. Now's the time to help everyone out.
Do at least a bit of damage to him at least, but... Shoot.
I have to get serious now.
Here we are. Need these guys, so let's see if Neon can do it.
Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Shoot.
Mission failed.
Wins one is a pain, but I have a lot of medics. In fact, I might even want to replace with Perfumer for some even more passive healing. And Golden Glow is obviously doing well, so let's stick with her a bit. Bam.
Let's go!
Bam. Got it.
Good scenery here, Doctor. I have to get serious now.
Also put her here.
Now's the time to help everyone out.
Yeah, without the defense boost, they're a lot less of a pain in the ass. It should be easier. Yeah, this should be good.
Whew, I have to get serious now. Get away from me, please. We're counting on you again today, little.
Alright, Neon, block him. Use your ability, Aja. This should finish him off. And buff up. More medics, more healers. I'll do as many healers as it takes.
Can I get distance? There!
The range is global, so this should be a lot easier.
Whew, I have to get serious now. Whew, almost dozed off.
They're all gonna be coming this way, so putting Monster there should help. And these guys are gonna shoot Monster now instead of him, which is good because Calcit focuses it. Shit. Forgot about that guy's gimmick. No good. It can't block him while his substitute is out. I can't believe I forgot about that guy. Damn it. I'm still gonna borrow the Golden Glow since that's working out well. Ajon might actually want to replace with a sniper. I need my A game, so let's go with Ash.
It's ready.
Her skill 2 is better here, I think.
Let's show them what we can do.
I'm here to help. Gather around me, guys.
There we are.
Now's the time to help everyone out. I'm so tired.
Alright, there we are.
I have to get serious now.
Ready to go. Clear.
I have to get serious now.
I'm all stocked. Clear.
Damn it. My medics aren't healing it enough. Damn. Yeah, the sandstorm is a small yet an extremely major change. These are all the vanguards I have.
It's been a long night and I can feel your anger. When the city of light is shrouded in the shadow. Tomorrow brings another day of sorrow, but I can feel it anymore. We could be.
I think Asia might still be better than Ash since I'm going for the defense up here. Deep infiltration. Alright, instead of golden glow, is there a Saliak? Elysium. Elysium is a flag bearer, so I could use him instead of Myrtle. Scorched Earth. This reduces the res a lot, but removing defense when the enemy has a defense boost might actually still be worth my time. Plus, it's hard to mess up an automatic skill after all.
Let's go!
9. First I'm hearing English voices. Yeah, they're slowly adding English voices, but there's only so many of them. Right. I think I remember that. We'll do that for the moment here then, just get some more DP here. AoE heal should be sufficient. The damage is quite good. But yeah, the DP generation reduction is a huge pain in the ass. I'm gonna give it another try, and again with Elysium, because Elysium is really good at generating what I need, and that's more DP. At least without too many buffs, only the final enemy, only the big gator enemies are a big problem. Here we go. More Dr. Pepper. Damn it. And remember, she had her skill up, so that was block 4 there. I guess I can't afford to put not put in something there to stop them. I can't take off the last line of defense either, because then I have to put something else here. Although, I guess I could take out these. This is also 8, but that also buffs the monk enemies a lot more. But at the same time, it does mean I'm allowed to leak some, so... Alright, let's go again here.
Let's go!
For it may be a bit too much for given the reduced DP. Oopsie. I can make some mistakes, that's one luxury I have by doing it this way, but...
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Damn it, I grabbed the wrong one. Well, I just wasted everything. Yeah, I think that's too much. That DP pain is just a huge pain. What if I do all the enemies buffed, but I still bring Elysium? It may simply be a matter of DP being too tight, and that's what's causing this problem here, rather than just not having enough damage output.
Let's go!
I definitely just keep a lookout for Elysium if he ever shows up in the shop. I can bring her here just so that she helps the damage. Sorry, I can defend up here. How did it... Fertile. Yeah, this is really rough. Then again, I think on top of everything else, maybe I can try this one instead. I need to get my DP out here. But I also can't be streamed for too much longer because I need to get something to eat before the multiplayer round, the Jasper. I'm gonna be playing some more Remnant from the Ashes. I need to be sure I'm in top shape for that. Holy crap, she's not gonna have that in time at all. Those guys doubling the defense down effect is really painful.
It's been a long night and I can feel your anger.
First of all, 6, so...
When the city of light is shrouded in the shadow. Tomorrow brings another
Alright, this is a
day of
bit of a dangerous one, but let's see how this goes.
but I can feel it.
With Ifrit, I theoretically should be able to handle those gators, and worst case scenario, I do have the option to leak 2 by doing it this way.
Let's go! Good scenery here, Doctor. Whew, hope you never around me, guys.
I might be able to get some Vanguard stuff here as well. Some DP from this, so let's... Holy shit. Yeah, there's no good, and there's no way. Leak that one if I have to, I guess. Shit. Oh, yeah.
Let's go! I'm here to help.
Alright, Myrtle, let's get yours going.
Gather around me, guys.
I have a bit of time at the very least. I probably should have gotten a fast redeploy the more I think about it, just to stall those guys.
Whew, almost dozed off.
No. No good.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Problem is, I've already lost all my leeway that I brought specifically for the gators over there.
Whew, almost dozed off.
Alright, here we are. Alright, this should help a lot. Ritualist, arts damage, physical and melee. Damn it! How is he doing that?
Good scenery here, Doctor.
I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna be accomplished by doing this, but if I can...
Whew, all gather around me, guys. Whew, almost dozed off.
Shit. Here we are. Wait, why is that one going that way? Ah, damn it. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, come on. How the hell is that enemy's not listed? It just doesn't make any sense. But I do think we got it close this time. If I'm bringing Elysium, maybe I shouldn't bring Myrtle. Maybe I should instead bring my own, Yeah, since I'm bringing Elysium, let's replace Myrtle with, quick redeploy. Someone who can stall. Why might not be too bad for that. Alright. At least I have Bagpipe to make sure Elysium starts with a good starting charge. I need Calcit and I need Monster. I just need Monster's true damage to kill those things. Actually, I can even put her here to help gain some more DP. Alright, here we are. Alright, we killed one. Why's not gonna do much of anything. Well, except Stalin, which could be useful here. I just need... Damn it. Damn... Oh, come the hell on! I can leak one. I can leak another one later, for the moment. No good. Damn those snipers, why do they one-shot everything? I think there's something I'm missing. We got a senior operator tag, congrats. Alright, you said I can go to here. And it's useless there too. Why does it refuse to give me any information? They appeared on another desert map, right? Maybe I can look there. No, if they're an event, there's nothing I can... Then the event's already over, because of course it will. So I don't know where else they show up. No, they show up in the crossover event, but I don't think I have that. Damn it, I wish I could tell what causes them to one-shot damn near everything. Well, I was close. Elysium again. I need more fast. Maybe I need another fast redeploy. Let's replace Estelle with someone else. Gravel. The only shoot units are in the sandstorm. Okay, that's good to know. The fact I was close, because those damn things were the only reason I lost. I guarantee that. Because one-shotting Kaltsit before she could activate her skill to kill the thing, that leaves me with no room to maneuver whatsoever. Asia? At least we know that the true damage from Monster here can kill these things. Ritualist. Trying to check the enemy's HP bar here. Oh, come on. Damn it, the sandstorm. got nothing left. Stupid ritualist. Damage whether you're blocking them. That's no good. And of course, this is still a useless piece of trash. I'm not sure why it's even there. The crocodiles are only damage with. Damn, those are really awful, and I don't think I can do too many tries. I still need to get something to eat.
When the city of light is shrouded in the shadow, tomorrow brings another day of sorrow, but I can feel it anymore. We could be fine to stay where we are now. No.
I knew the crocodiles only take damage from anything blocking them. That's why I was hoping to get Calcit going.
But sorry, I won't be the same again. The fire's lit and blazing through the dark.
Alright, let's go again. I think this time I'll put Calcit on the bottom row, since that seems to hold off from having her in the yeah, this bottom tile here is protected for a little longer, so it's probably within my best interest. Damn it! No, I clicked on quit. I tapped on quit, I mean. I really want to keep up with this, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to be possible. Well, simply because I've got... I have to get dinner, and then I have to get ready for the co-op stream with Jasper, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to call it here. A bit disappointing, but I'm still pretty happy about how this contingent contract has gone so far. LD2, yeah. I managed to get my first trimmed medal from this very, contingent contract, so I'm feeling pretty happy about my performance there. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Otherwise, I'll probably do it later, probably after the stream with Jasper, I guess. So that'll be a couple, 2 or 3 hours from now. We'll be doing some more Remnant from the Ashes. For those unfamiliar, it's basically a Souls-like that has guns and also has you doing some sort of episode of Stargate between different worlds, so it's pretty neat. So be sure to check it out then. Alright, until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.